Hi, Toro fans. I'm Eric Dahl. When the Toros are on the road, we always stop at Applebee's. They always take care of the Toros, giving us the fuel we need to win away from the Mesa. The boys love to eat there after home games, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
The sinister cries haunted Mary through the night. Dawn neared, and still the voice tormented her. She ran towards the safety of her car, flung open the door, and a coyote had somehow gotten locked inside. But the damaged interior was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Coyote Carpool, August 1st, 2015. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Call me, Miranda Schuler, your local farmer's agent at 701-838-8144.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestead from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
Your hands are a vital part of who you are, how you work, play, even how you communicate. When injury or illness strikes, the hand team at Trinity Health will be there to help restore full functionality. We specialize in surgical repairs, hand reconstruction, non-surgical interventions, and occupational therapies. Don't let damage or disorder take away your hands. See the hand team at Trinity Health. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
All in one place, you can get a fabulous coffee, the best burger in town. Arrange a meeting for up to 30 people and begin your next trip, whether business or vacation. It's Minot's newest, most architecturally beautiful, versatile structure, the Minot International Airport. The Trestle Tap House and Cafe with Caribou Coffee and customizable meeting spaces are just a couple of the amenities offered. The Minot International Airport. See the world from home.
We've been thinking, a championship team is not born, it's developed through precision and execution. There are a lot of teams, but only one champion. At Ryan GMC Buick Cadillac, we get that. Precision matters every time. A lot of places sell cars, but only one is professional grade. Performing to the highest standard to be your dealership of choice. Ryan GMC Buick Cadillac.
We live in such a fast-paced world. It's always go, go, go. When I'm out for a run, it's my time. It's the best way to start your day. Crossing the line to that marathon, it's the biggest reward you can get. I want my customers to achieve their goals and go above and beyond. I'm Nikki Ladegi, and I'm one of the running experts at Shields.
Shields, when it comes to gear and expert advice, we're right there with you in Bismarck, Minot, Grand Forks, Fargo, and Moorhead.
Hi, Taro fans. I'm Lana Cochran. When the Taros are on the road, we always stop at Applebee's. They always take care of the Taros, giving us the fuel we need to win away from the Mesa. The boys love to eat there after home games, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Hey, look, it's a bird.
No, is that a plane?
Wait. No,
It's Super Guy.
Can I help you?
I'm here for the IRET Properties Heroes Program, citizen. I'd like to apply to rent one of your properties and receive 10% off my monthly rent.
And I as well, ma'am.
Captain Stars and Stripes? No offense, guys, but the IRET Properties Heroes Program isn't exactly for you. Our Heroes Program honors teachers, nurses, active and retired military personnel, police officers, firefighters, EMTs, and members of the National Guard by offering 10% off their monthly rent.
Not even Bat Dude?
Not even Bat Dude. But IRET has many properties with competitive rent, plus pet-friendly and outdoor pool options. I'd be happy to help you find a property to suit your needs.
That would be super!
Go to iretapartments.com or call 837-RENT to learn more about the IRET Properties Heroes Program. IRET Properties. This is home.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Austin Koss. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always at Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much we eat at the Minot location too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
I'm here at the year's hottest stag pool party.
Put your antlers up!
Where? Some poor guy's backyard. These stags are bringing down the house. Seriously, deer are ripping holes in the pool cover. They're trampling patio furniture. And all the damage was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Stag Pool Party, October 27th, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Call me, Miranda Schuler, your local farmer's agent at 701-838-8144.
What's the best birthday party option in town? Toros Hockey. You supply the birthday boy or girl, and the Toros do the rest. Designated party areas and all sorts of perks to make your birthday kid feel special on his or her special day. Kids, it's up to you. Tell your parents or guardian that you want to celebrate your birthday with Tank and the Toros. For more information, call 701-852-0101 or visit MinotaurosHockey.com. Toros Hockey, making your birthday special. Join the charge.
All in one place, you can get a fabulous coffee, the best burger in town, arrange a meeting for up to 30 people, and begin your next trip, whether business or vacation. It's Minot's newest, most architecturally beautiful, versatile structure, the Minot International Airport. The Trestle Tap House and Cafe with Caribou Coffee and customizable meeting spaces are just a couple of the amenities offered. The Minot International Airport. See the world from home.
Take care of your feet, and they'll take care of you. The foot and ankle specialists at Trinity Health can help with both surgical and non-surgical solutions. So, patients who suffer from foot and ankle-related issues can say, "So long, heel pain. Catch you later, corns. Hasta la vista, hammer toes." Relieve pain now and help prevent future discomfort. Diagnosis and treatment is available today. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
Hi, Taros fans. I'm Lincoln Earn. When the Taros are on the road, we always stop at Applebee's. They always take care of the Taros, giving us the fuel we need to win away from the Mesa. The boys love to eat there after home games, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
It's time for Minotauros Hockey on the Toros Network, AM 1390 KRRZ, and HockeyTV.com. Toros Hockey is brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance, Gooseneck Implement, Mattress Firm, Liberty Tax, and Coulter Energy. Now let's go live to the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show with Ken Oda and Brad Burrud.
Hello and welcome inside the Schwann Super Rink, day 4 of the NAHL Showcase. As the big voice said, I am Ken Oda. Brad Burrud is alongside. And Brad, it's been a pretty strong showcase for the Toros so far. Not the 4-0 of last year, but 2-1 and a potential chance to go today 3-1 on the showcase. I think any coach would be happy with that kind of performance.
Yeah, I think we kind of pinpointed
if you could come out of here with 6 points, that would be a great showcase. There's a lot of good talent here and a lot of tough teams, and to go 4-0 like the Toros did last year it's amazing. So, get a win today. We can come out with 6 points, and we're in good shape going into the regular season.
Looking at yesterday's game, it was a 5-4 win, but to be honest, it didn't really feel like it was that close of a game at all. And, the Toros controlled the play for most of the game.
Yeah, I think we've seen that in all 3 games where we had points of the game where the Toros were, in control. And, one of the things we talked about before the game yesterday was consistency, and I don't think we've solved that yet, and I don't think that's uncommon with a young team like the Toros are.
Certainly, the Toros only 7 guys returning, and of those 7, that includes Colby Enns, who has been an absolute monster for the Toros on the blue line so far at the showcase, and he only joined the team after the high school season last year. You've got Austin Koss as one of those 7 who's back, and he only played 36 games. He's a 98. He's still a 19-year-old with another year left. So really, the Toros only 5 returning 20-year-olds, a very young team.
Yeah, and you can look at that 2 different ways. Last year we had a very veteran-filled team, and we were amazing in the regular season and just fell a little short in that first round of the playoffs in a tough physical matchup to Aberdeen. This year we're new and we're young, and that's exciting. We've got a lot of guys who jump in their step and are trying to prove themselves to the coaching staff and the fans and the college scouts and everything. So it's exciting.
Looking at the lineup today, a lot of those young guys jump in. In fact, a couple of the veterans, Austin Dahlemer and Austin Koss, will sit this one out. You're looking at some of the line combinations now 4 games in. I think that top line of Rysanen, Lovin, and Adams has certainly clicked. But looking down the lineup, who else are you excited to see today?
I'm excited to see how Belisle does with Talbot and Green. I think Green's had a really good showcase, and now Fritz steps back into the lineup after a day off, and he's a fast, shifty little player, and I look for good things from him. And that first line, it's fun to watch how Ryson and Lovin and Adams have played. You can just see over the showcase here how that line has solidified, and boy, it's important going into that first home series we have against Kenai here in 2 weeks to have some stability.
One of the things I'm looking forward to today is this line of Muha, Lance, and Grounds. Those 3 guys may have the best puck handling ability of any group on the Toros. I think those 3 players have the best hands. It'd be interesting to see how they work together. I think they could create some magic in the offensive zone.
Yeah, Lance has sat a game, and now he's back in, and he's a shifty little player that can stick handle really well, and Grounds is a hard-working, physical player that'll be able to grind down low, and Miroslav is definitely proved to us over the last 2 years what a hard worker he is. So that forward line could generate some good offense for us.
Also talking yesterday away from the rink, you and I were talking about how this rookie-heavy defense group has really impressed. Looking at the pairings today, it'll be Nolan Sawchek with Lincoln Earn, Connor McGinnis with Colby Enns, and Eric Dahl with Noah Gansky. Spencer Kimball, the 7th defenseman, dressed today, as we're allowed to dress 21 at the showcase. Brad, I don't think there's a quote-unquote third pair there. I'm comfortable with all 3 of those groups on the ice.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. We talked about a month ago, and after the initial camp was done and everything, we kind of looked at defensively as being maybe a little bit of a worry spot for our team. And with being such a young team, it's one of those things that we were worried about defense. And now when it's all said and done, and we're 3 games into the showcase here, and you look at our defense, and I got to shake my head and go, wow, I'm comfortable.
Yeah, it certainly has been. And we've had a lot of offense from defense. Colby Enns obviously has 3 goals. Gansky had 1 as well. So the defensemen helping in on the offensive side. And, of course, the last position group, the goaltenders. Toro's still carrying 3. Samu Lankala will get he's the first of the 3 to get his 2nd start in net. Has there been any clarity there in your mind?
That's also a tough one. I thought all 3 goalies played fairly well. Each of them probably had 1 they'd maybe want back. But other than that, I thought in goaltending's been actually a strong suit for us too. So the decision is not going to be easy for Coach Murray on that one. We'll have to get down to 2 here soon, I would assume, and it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. And Samu jumping back into the net today. He's a good, strong goalie, real flashy, quick. There are a lot of ways to describe him. It's going to be fun to see how he performs today.
We'll take a commercial break here. They are not running the clock, so I have no idea if we're going to drop the puck on time or if we're close to dropping a puck on time. But we'll take a commercial break here. Be back with more on the Farmers Union pregame show here on the Minotauros Network.
Captain's Cove Seafood Restaurant invites you in for your favorite seafood as well as steak, chicken, and lots of great burgers and sandwiches. The Cove has fish and chips, crab, shrimp, and all-you-can-eat meals. Captain's Cove, where fishing is made easy. 1735 South Broadway in Minot.
Hi, Scott Cattell here. Fall is just around the corner, which means the winter months aren't far away. Get your vehicle ready for your fall and winter driving with a stop at Jerry's Repair and Alignment. Jerry Fry is an ASC certified master mechanic with 30-plus years of experience. Jerry uses state-of-the-art equipment to ensure your alignment is done the right way to give you the best ride on the highway. And the right alignment also saves you wear and tear on your tires. Jerry goes the extra mile and will balance and rotate your tires to get you down the road worry-free. And if you need tires, Jerry can also take care of that. And that's not all. Jerry's can handle all jobs, big and small, and works on all makes and models. So make that appointment today. Stop in at Jerry's Repair and Alignment, 1306 First Street Southwest, or call him at 852-0332. And tell him Scott sent you.
Daniel the deer danced everywhere. He pranced through fields and jigged through rivers. Then he saw it. What a stage! A place no deer had dared dance before. The hood of a brand new car.
Hey, my car!
And the car was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Deer Dance Floor, December 1st, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Call me, Miranda Schuler, your local farmer's agent at 701-838-8144.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Colby Enns. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always at Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much we eat at the Minot location, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
All in one place, you can get a fabulous coffee, the best burger in town, arrange a meeting for up to 30 people, and begin your next trip, whether business or vacation. It's Minot's newest, most architecturally beautiful, versatile structure, the Minot International Airport. The Trestle Tap House and Cafe with Caribou Coffee and customizable meeting spaces are just a couple of the amenities offered. The Minot International Airport. See the world from home.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork and their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, Toro fans. I'm Ryan Green, and you're listening to the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show on Classic Hits 1390 AM KRRZ.
Welcome back inside the Swan Super Rink. We're on sheet number 1, the Coon Rapids Arena for day 4, Toros and the Janesville Jets. Obviously, being a Toros guy, I'm rooting for the Toros, but for me, Janesville, when I used to work for the NAHL team in Chicago, Janesville was our biggest rival, so I especially want the Toros to knock these guys off today, Brad.
Yeah, rivalries never die, do they?
Even after the one team goes away, I still can't stand these Jets. We'll update you, as we mentioned, day 4. For those who don't know, the NAHL Showcase, all 23 teams in the league here under one roof playing hockey from about 10 in the morning until 10 at night. Games already in action today. Corpus Christi fell in a shootout to the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights by a score of 3-2. Philadelphia Rebels over the Lone Star Brahmas 4-3. And the Brahmas, Brad, they are off to a rough start. The defending Robertson Cup champions, I believe, are 2-3 down the stretch or through the tournament so far. 2-4 maybe.
What you've seen in this tournament a lot is it's tough to pick a clear-cut favorite. Last night we walked out of the building saying, well, I don't think Fairbanks will lose a game. We were so confident in the way they had looked through the showcase, and then they were upset today 4-0 by Topeka. So there's a lot of equal teams in this league, and for teams like Lone Star who won the championship last year to come in and think it's going to be easy, it's not. There's a lot of roster turnover, and there's a lot of things that happen throughout the year. So it's going to be a tough goal for them again this year.
The Odessa Jackalopes topped Johnstown 5-1, and then the game we were just watching before we came over here, Aberdeen won. For a 1-0 score, you wouldn't think a very exciting game, but it was a pretty fun game to watch between Aberdeen and the New Jersey Titans.
I watched, that game was super exciting, and last night's game we watched between Amarillo and Bismarck, which was also low scoring, was extremely exciting also.
The Northeast Generals go 4-0 on the showcase after only winning 4 games all last season. With a 3-2 overtime win over the Amarillo Bulls, the Fairbanks Ice Dogs fall 4-0 to the Topeka Roadrunners. Still in action right now in the first period. The Austin Bruins lead the Springfield Junior Blues 1-0. Shreveport and Brookings are scoreless about 5 minutes in. And then the last block of games today, the Bismarck Bobcats and the Cooley Region Chill. The Minnesota Magicians take on the National Team Development Program Under-17s. That an exhibition game. They came here to help out with only 23 teams in the league. Obviously not everyone had someone to play, so the TDP made the trip and is filling in for that 24th team. And, of course, the last game is the Kenai River Brown Bears and the Minnesota Wilderness. That one gets going at 7 o'clock tonight when we are on the road back to the Magic City. Brad, we talked a little bit about the starting goaltending matchup in net for the Toros.
Today they're going to go with number 35, Samu Lonkala. He's got a 2.0 goals against average and a pretty impressive .931 save percentage. And he does have the only loss for the Toros this year, but he played really well in that loss.
And then in net for Janesville will be Garrett Nieto.
Nieto is 2-0 for Janesville and 2.0 goals against average and a .902, so very impressive also.
It's hard to tell with those save percentages here, though, for the goaltenders.
You wonder the accuracy? Is that what you're saying, Ken?
I think yesterday, last I looked, our box score, there were only 3 shots on goal all third period last night, and they were the 3 that went in. So
we're hoping the league takes some time this week and does adjust all the stats so that next week when we're back at it, we're looking at actual stats.
Well, and the Toros get a rare weekend off, and it comes kind of at a bad time. The first weekend after the showcase, the Toros get off. I know it's probably nice for the players. I think the coaching staff is still planning to give the guys the weekend off. I don't know if that's the case. So they're talking about letting the guys kind of scurry home. And maybe after a long training camp and now a 4-game and 4-day showcase, that's a good time to have a weekend off. But I feel like, later in the year, this season, 60 games over 8.5 months is such a grind that maybe you could use that weekend off later in the year.
Yeah, there's 2 ways to look at that. This is a big event and a mentally draining week for the kids, so it's kind of nice to have a week off after we get done with this and get home. But, boy, come the middle of January or early February, having a weekend there would definitely be nice on the body.
Before we take our last commercial break here, Brad, 4 days of this showcase, seen a lot of hockey, seen almost every team we've probably seen every team in the league play a little bit. We've seen some of the U18 kids and U16 kids playing over on the back rinks as well. As a fan making your first trip to the NAHL showcase, what are your impressions of this event?
Oh, it's amazing. It's hockey all day and all night, and it's really fun to come and sit back and watch and watch how some teams work together in different ways, and some of the talent that's out here, and it's amazing to see all the good players.
Well, that'll do it for the Farmers Union pregame show. We'll take a short break here. Be back with the drop of the puck here on the Minotauros Network.
Hi, Toro fans. I'm Eric Dahl. When the Toros are on the road, we always stop at Applebee's. They always take care of the Toros, giving us the fuel we need to win away from the Mesa. The boys love to eat there after home games, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
The sinister cries haunted Mary through the night. Dawn neared, and still the voice tormented her. She ran towards the safety of her car, flung open the door, and a coyote had somehow gotten locked inside. But the damaged interior was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Coyote Carpool, August 1st, 2015. Talk to a Farmers agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Call me, Miranda Schuler, your local Farmers agent at 701-838-8144.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestad from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
Your hands are a vital part of who you are, how you work, play, even how you communicate. When injury or illness strikes, the hand team at Trinity Health will be there to help restore full functionality. We specialize in surgical repairs, hand reconstruction, non-surgical interventions, and occupational therapies. Don't let damage or disorder take away your hands. See the hand team at Trinity Health. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
All in one place, you can get a fabulous coffee, the best burger in town, arrange a meeting for up to 30 people, and begin your next trip, whether business or vacation. It's Minot's newest, most architecturally beautiful, versatile structure, the Minot International Airport. The Trestle Tap House and Cafe with Caribou Coffee and customizable meeting spaces are just a couple of the amenities offered. The Minot International Airport. See the world from home.
Hey, look, it's a bird.
No, is that a plane?
Wait, no,
It's Super Guy.
Can I help you?
I'm here for the IRET Properties Heroes Program, citizen. I'd like to apply to rent one of your properties and receive 10% off my monthly rent.
And I as well, ma'am.
Captain Stars and Stripes? No offense, guys, but the IRET Properties Heroes Program isn't exactly for you. Our Heroes Program honors teachers, nurses, active and retired military personnel, police officers, firefighters, EMTs, and members of the National Guard by offering 10% off their monthly rent.
Not even Bat Dude?
Not even Bat Dude. But IRET has many properties with competitive rent, plus pet-friendly and outdoor pool options. I'd be happy to help you find a property to suit your needs.
That would be super!
Go to iretapartments.com or call 837-RENT to learn more about the IRET Properties Heroes Program. IRET Properties. This is home.
We've been thinking. A championship team is not born, it's developed through precision and execution. There are a lot of teams, but only one champion. At Ryan GMC Buick Cadillac, we get that. Precision matters every time. A lot of places sell cars, but only one is professional grade. Performing to the highest standard to be your dealership of choice. Ryan GMC Buick Cadillac.
We live in such a fast-paced world. It's always go, go, go. When I'm out for a run, it's my time. It's the best way to start your day. Crossing the line to that marathon, it's the biggest reward you can get. I want my customers to achieve their goals and go above and beyond. I'm Nikki Ladegi, and I'm one of the running experts at Shields.
Shields, when it comes to gear and expert advice, we're right there with you in Bismarck, Minot, Grand Forks, Fargo, and Moorhead.
Captain's Cove Seafood Restaurant invites you in for your favorite seafood as well as steak, chicken, and lots of great burgers and sandwiches. The Cove has fish and chips, crab, shrimp, and all-you-can-eat meals. Captain's Cove, where fishing is made easy. 1735 South Broadway in Minot.
Welcome back inside the Swan Super Rink, the Coon Rapids Arena, sheet number 1. Day 4 of the NAHL Showcase. Ken Oda with Brad Burrood alongside. Toros about to drop the puck here against the Janesville Jets. Toros 3-1 here at the Showcase. The Janesville Jets on the season They played one in Springfield before.
They're 2-1 at the Showcase, 3-1 for the season.
The Jets are the designated home team. They are wearing the white sweaters, white socks with the navy blue buckets, breezers, and gloves. For the Toros, who are working from left to right on your radio dial, it is the Cardinal red sweaters, socks, buckets, breezers, and gloves with the black pants, black trim, cream, names, numbers. Janesville controls off the draw, dumps it in to the far side corner. They dig down low. Fritz Belisle unable to free it up. It kicks back to the point, but unable to keep it there was Ekberg. Ekberg retreats to his own blue line, plays across to his defense partner. It's flicked up along the near side. Schmidling unable to get it. That's Ben and David Schmidling, a pair of twins. I will do my best to remember to indicate which is which. They dig along the near side. In the corner, it's dug out by Talbot. Talbot flips one out to center ice. This will end up on net, so no icing. Far side, Fritz Belisle frees that up, plays down low. They work on that far side wall, but the Jets are out. A good stick by Sawchuk, frees it up. It's in, shot, Green, put it just wide. Near side, Earn. From the point, plays down the wall for Green. Green and Lovin digging for the Toros in that near corner. But Schmidling takes it away. That's Ben Schmidling who dumps it down. Lankala out of his net to stop. Puck thrown ahead. No icing as Doyle chopped it out of midair, so in behind is Bjorkman. Bjorkman has trouble there with Alex Adams. Reisanen couldn't stop it, and the Jets come the other way. Good poke at the line. No, they'll say it is onside. Near side corner, Hannawell. Played over to the far side. Reisanen takes over, touches for Dahl, who pokes it out to neutral ice. Hannawell dumps it right back in, however. This is Dahl. Far side corner. Looks ahead. That missed Reisanen. And again, the Jets regroup in neutral ice. Doyle dumps that in. Apparently it was tipped as Doyle was well short of center. Glass and out for the Toros. Schwengler on the near side. Dumps it in again. Toros control. Turned back over, however, and taken right back by Miroslav Muha. He gets stood up in the slot. Not often you see a hit like that in your defensive zone on your own guy. Meanwhile, puck into the near side corner. Sagasor back to the point. Shot blocked. Follow-up try fanned on by Simon Sagasor.
Boy, that was a golden chance for him, and it just jumped over its stick.
They dig in the near corner. Quick shot. That's hacked wide by Sagasor as well. 17:25 to play. We have yet to have a whistle as Grounds flicks that out. It was behind Muha, and the Jets control. D-to-D in their own zone. Long pass up, picked off, carried in, chopped down was Pavel. He able to get back up and play it in deep for Grounds. Grounds works it back to the point. Quick shot coming, tip save made. I believe the Toros have the game's only 2 shots. That's the first real one. The other one was the dump in from Talbot from his own zone. 16:53 to play here in period number 1. Still scoreless. We've yet to have a whistle even. Far side carried ahead. Fillion has his pocket picked. Turning up ice is Sheehan. Sheehan making his first appearance since day 1 of the showcase. Chases this down in the corner. Pokes at it to keep it moving. Swept to the far side. They continue to dig. Poke back to the point. And near side ends. He put one wide of the cage. In behind Pavel. Pavel digging. This is Lund. Lund gets help from Pavel, who gloves down to the stick. Far side, Sheehan. Down low for Lund. He can't stop. And the puck comes up ice. It'll roll on net. Lankala.
Well, again, both teams are getting multiple line changes before the first whistle.
I think this is Belisle and Talbot and Green's second shift of the game already. We haven't had a stop. 15:50 left to play, and now we will. As that caught the rafters, we finally get a whistle.
That's all we had to do was talk about it, I guess, Ken.
Got some fans checking in. You can check in with the Toro broadcast. Let us know you're watching. We'll do our best to answer any questions you have. The Lawrence is checking in, the Meckleys as well. Draw will be to the right of Garrett Nieto. Around to the near side. Earn steps up, but the puck gets past him. It'll roll down into the Toro zone. Good line taken by Connor McGinnis to get to that puck. Far side kept in at the point. Long shot that goes well wide near corner Green. Green from the half wall tries to flick it out of the zone. It's kept, however, by Schmidling. In behind, McGinnis will dig. They continue to work along the wall. Long shot, Doyle. That's blocked out in front by Earn. Lyle hacks that ahead. It rolls into the zone. Talbot wins the race to this. Tries to center, but it hit a skate. Green can't free it up. It's left to the far side. Reisenen with a big hit, but the puck's out to neutral ice, and Gansky quickly ahead for Green. Green throws into the middle. Gansky will find it. Gansky walks in. Wires tip play. Doesn't go for Loven.
Boy, Loven was on the back door there with a wide open net, and the puck just jumped over him.
Dumped in, delayed offside on the Toros. Imagine we'll see that a lot today. A lot of hockey played on this ice. We were looking at it before the game. You could see a lot of deep grooves cut into this.
Yeah, this all 8 sheets have taken a beating this week.
Off the wall, McLaren goes down. The Toros will go to the kill as soon as they touch. They have to touch, though. Janesville gets the goaltender to the bench for the extra attacker, and a good read by Reisenen as he steps in. 14-20. Left to go here in period number 1. We're still scoreless.
I would usually go through the power play and penalty kill numbers, but I didn't look them up today just based on the difficulty with the stats we've had this week. And once we get back to the regular season, we'll get back into that routine, Ken.
Toros lose the draw. It's kept up top. Played down the wall. A good clear by Sawchuk. Could he start Grounds on a 2-on-1? He can't. Grounds and Muha appeared to be gone if they could have settled that puck down. Grounds working over on the far side. Eventually taken away, and starting up ice are the Jets. Holgaze plays up top. Schmendel chops it in behind. Sagasor. Not to make fun of Janesville, but these sound like names I'm making up on the fly, Brad. This is Lund, short-handed, cuts in. Couldn't drag it, otherwise he had the goaltender down. If he pulls that with him, it's an easy tuck on the backhand. Minute 7 left on the power play for the Jets. They've yet to really even set up. Jets start up ice on the near side. Hannawall gains the line, hits the brakes, the hash marks. Swarmed there by a pair of Toros. They can't take it away, however. Big hit by Dahl in behind, but the puck squirts free to the far side where Hoffman has it. He plays back in behind. Back up to the point. Jets backdoor play and put up and out of play directly. Will it? No, they'll rule it was tipped.
Just hit a stick there and bounced on the Janesville skater, and Lonkala was fast coming across.
35 seconds left on the power play. 12:54 left to go in period number 1. Got some more fans checking in. Darlene Sawchuk, Michelle and Aaron Bliven. Chris Gillespie. He's overseas, deployed with the Air Force, checking in. Midnight hockey for him. Good to have Chris in. Chris, stay safe out there. This draw controlled by the Jets again. Played down into the corner up top, Hannawall. He goes across the blue line, then it's left off far side. Swept down low. Good stick taken away by McGinnis, and he's able to clear it all the way down. 12:35 left to go here in the period. Just 10 seconds on the power play as Janesville starts up time for one quick rush if they hurry. Getting the line on the far side is McLaren. Looks to center, broken up, and then a late hack goes wide of the cage. Toros come full strength. Belial to the far side. Comes across. Green. Bouncing puck. Will it get to Talbot? It will, but he's tied up nicely. Late man Belial couldn't gather it in. Hoffman speeding the other way. Gains the line. Breaks wide. Hoffman. Around the world he'll go. Now he looks to the near point. The pass was off the mark. Smendel did well to get it back. Big hit in the near corner by Lincoln Earn. Puts a man down on his backside, and they'll dig along the boards. Puck in behind the Toro net. Spencer Kimball with it. He banks ahead. Belisle into the middle. That pass was behind the intended target of Talbot. Talbot slashes away at Schmidling. Smendel, long shot, gloved and held by Samu Lankala with 11:26 left to go in the first. Still no score.
First period is cruising along pretty good, don't you think, Ken?
I think so. A little more open than I expected. With guys tired, you'd expect to see maybe a little less of that.
Yeah, I mean,
run and gun style.
There hasn't really been much scoring chances for either team. Lund had a good one for the Toros.
Quick shot off the draw is blocked. Now a player walks in and he put it wide. Did Novak. Meanwhile, puck still in the danger zone for the Toros. They work on the far wall. Hacked back to the point. Long shot coming. That one goes well up and over. Schmidling down the wall. Throws it into the corner. Sawchuk ties a man up there. They dig in behind. Earn will step in and help as well. Another big hit for Lincoln Earn. He's been a physical force so far early in this one. They continue to work down low. Loven steps in as well. Taken away by Adams and the Toros. His pass misses Rysinen. And the Jets take back over. Ahead, Novak. Novak chips it down low. Losing that stick was Gansky, but the Toros still got the puck. Adams out for Lance. Lance gains the line on the far side, hits the brakes and waits for help. Toros were mid-change, so it's late coming, and now the puck will go the other way. It's on the stick of Palmquist. Palmquist looks to center. It's broken up. They'll dig. In behind the net, Dahl. Dahl sweeps over to the far side. Muha over skates, settles it down, and then flips across. Grounds leaves for Gansky. Gansky up the middle. Lance touches for Grounds. Aaron Grounds plays off to the far side. Dahl tries a shot. Stick save into the corner. Dahl in front for Grounds and never got there. They work behind the net. It rolls around to the near point. Gansky. Gansky thinks about it, then tries a shot. It's blocked in front. And then flipped out to neutral ice. Gansky back at his own blue line with it again. Looking up ice. Lance touched it into the zone. Not much farther before Doyle's on it. And then fires one up ice. That should go for, apparently not for icing. They dig along the near wall, and the Toros Gansky wins the battle, throws across for Enns. Enns backpedals and rings around to the near side. Gansky going back across. It's off the mark, and Ekberg will play. He works it forward for McLaren. McLaren dumps it in. The Toros are back on it. Long pass ahead. That missed Pavel. And now a big hit off the puck. Sheehan just drilled.
Hartman?
Hanwell.
Sorry about that.
That probably should have been a penalty. The puck was nowhere near him.
You know, it's funny.
As
soon as that hit happened, I was watching the far corner, and Enns was hit at about seconds before that, and he didn't have the puck either. So
both teams catch a break. D-to-D off the draw for the Jets. Flipped into the near side corner. Back on it is Enns. They tie up. Enns wins the battle, plays ahead. Sheehan hoists one. That will barely stay in play. That had some funky spin on it. I thought for sure that was headed to the crowd. Jet player laying right on the center ice dot. That allows the Toros McGinnis to gather and dump it deep. Lund touches down the wall off the mark. Big hit by Sheehan. And that will result in a penalty after David Schmidling.
Okay.
Maybe helps the official make the call a little.
Ken, I'm watching that play, and Sheehan did hit him from behind, but it wasn't a hit from behind. It was more of a push from behind. And his head snapped back like Sheehan ran from the blue line in and hit him.
So the Toros go to the kill once again. Meanwhile, we've got the Coonrods and the Mocs checking in back in the Magic City. Good to have the Toro Twitter party back together. Well, the weekday games are a bit of a challenge, especially when we're playing at 10 in the morning like we did yesterday. Back to the far side. Everyone cancels out, and the puck lays free, eventually gathered in by the Jets. Carrying it around is Sagasor. Leaves it in behind the net. Jets trying to work it to the front. Sagasor gets it back. Back up to the point, D-to-D. Schmendel. Back down low in front. Novak has his first shot blocked. Second shot save made. Rebound hacked in behind and then along to the near point. Again, the Jets set up. Sagasor up top. Schmendel. Schmendel shots blocked by Belisle. First clearing attempt doesn't go. Second one does, and the Jets will have to regroup. 1:16 on the man advantage as Polgaze gains the line. Drops a pass for Novak. His shot is blocked again. Pavel has trouble coming out of the corner with it. Hannawall's there. Hannawall plays up top. Played back down low. Up top, Hannawall once again throws down low. They try to drive the net. Does Novak. Nothing doing. Played back up top. Bjorkman in front, then leaves off to the far wall. Pavel scurries over. Hannawall, top of the umbrella. Shots blocked by Green. He went down to the ice to do it, and Green slow getting up.
He hit it right above his shin guard.
Green having trouble just getting to the bench to change. The Toros clear it all the way down. 34 seconds left on the power play for the Jets. Green just now able to climb over the boards. Someone should have opened a door for him. Jets gain the line on the far side. Passes up top. Bjorkman tries a shot save made. Rebound covered by Lonkila. Pushing and shoving ensues. And the Jets lost his bucket. 6:39 left to go in the first. 19 seconds on the power play. Those kills looked strong, Brad.
Yeah, it has. Does it seem extremely quiet in here today?
It does.
Like,
of course, it could be. There were about 30 Aberdeen Wings fans who made the trip, so the game we were just in was a pretty loud crowd. The Scouts obviously are not going to make a ton of noise.
It just seems I was just sitting here watching for a second. I'm like, wow, it's quiet in here.
Nieto guides it around to the near side. Hannawall. Hannawall flips ahead. Toros go D to D and then chop ahead for Lund just as they come full strength. Toros come full strength. This is Gansky. Gains the line on the near side. Bounces one on net. That'll be covered for a whistle. 6:09 left to go here in period number one. Still no score. Dave Lakefield, Mike Van Hove checking in on Twitter. If you don't have Twitter, you can always email me as well. KODA@MinotaurosHockey.com. Again, that's Coda at MinotaurosHockey.com. 50-50 draw, eventually controlled by the Toros. Lovin's shot is blocked, and Schmidling plays ahead to his brother. It was Ben to David. Far side. Across for Adams. Adams gains the line, gets help from Lovin. Back to Adams, centering feed for Reisman. Had his stick lifted nicely in the slot on the back check by Eckerly. Ben Schmidling ahead for David. David for Eckerly. Collision, and the puck's free. Schmendel's there. A pair of Toros digging as well. Adams and Lovin. The puck squirts free all the way to Gansky. Gansky exits the zone, rolls up to the offensive blue line where Adams hacks it deep. Reisman gives chase. The rest of the Toros peel off to change. Puck carried ahead by Sagasor. Lance breaks it up. Grounds gloves down to the stick. Leaves it back for Lance. Taylor Lance sat out the last 2 days after playing in day one of the showcase. He's out there with Grounds and Muha today. Novak with a shot gobbled up and then getting dumped down in front by Colby Enns was Tanner Polgaze.
Hey, Enns is pretty physical in front of the net today. That's a good sign.
Draw will be to the right of Lonkila. 4:58 left to go here in period number one. Lance and Polglaze on the draw. They'll both get tossed. Muha will step in and take it against Novak. Muha wins it. Turned it over and then throws it to the front of the net, and a quick cover by Samu Lonkila. Oh my.
Dangerous when it comes out from the side like that quick.
Well, then as he tried to cover it, it seemed like Lonkila put it back towards the goal line. You don't want to put it in your own net.
Definitely in tight and close.
50-50 draw, eventually controlled by the Toros. Quick turnover, glove save by Lonkila. Nice outlet pass finds grounds in neutral ice, and he'll just ring this around for the far side, and Lance tied up there. Muha in to help dig it out, but the Jets get there first, and it's played around to the near side. Sagasor. Novak. He was short of center. They'll let it go. Jets change. 4:20 left to go here in period number 1. Toros start up ice. It's Earn. Earn with a nice move at his own blue line, then gains the red and chips it deep. Toros need a change. Grounds will stay on to pressure. Lund frees that up. Grounds finds it. Grounds turning. Gains the line. Grounds with a nifty drag move. Now he carries in deep. Centers for no one in particular. And the Jets take over. Illian ahead into the zone. Sawchuk finds it. Tries to play it out. Good hit by Sheehan on the near side. And then Pavel gathers and chips it in behind the Toro net. Pavel quickly ahead. Kept at the blue line though. Good stick by Sheehan. Denies a pass. It's dumped down low into the Toro zone again. Dahl looks up the far side for Pavel. Pavel scurries up the far side. Drops for Sheehan. Sheehan chips it deep. Sheehan tied up there. Gets help from Pavel. Pavel, the youngest Toro, knocked down fairly hard. They continue to dig along the wall. Rung around to the near side. Gansky should keep this. He does. No, he does not. It gets by him. Palmquist had Sheehan's stick in his hand. Glass and not out for the Toros. It's still down in the corner. McLaren. Good poke by Gansky, but he's tied up and can't gather in the loose puck. They dig down low. They continue to dig in behind the Toro net. Lankala looking on from the butterfly. Hoffman dumps down low into the corner again. Another big collision. Gansky involved. Dahl steps in. This is a big defense pair. Gansky and Dahl.
Gansky at 6'6" and Dahl at 6'4", I believe.
Toros 3-on-2 if they hurry. Lund is whistled offside.
Talbot just in a little bit ahead of the play.
Lund was forced to make a move just as he hit the line. Defenseman stepped up, and Toms couldn't hit the brakes.
We watched quite a few games over the week, and it seemed like yesterday there was a lot of them with the two official system, and today, I mean, we get the one official, and I wonder how they determine what games we're going to get the two and what we're going to get the one.
Puck dumped in, and right back out. Talbot across for Green. That looked offside, and now the whistle does come. So the draw again in neutral ice. Talbot flanked by Green and Belisle in front of Enns and McGinnis. The draw controlled by the Jets. Puck up the wall on the near side. Schmidling ahead for his brother David. Far side, they continue to dig. And it's thrown out to neutral ice. Green settles down the bouncing puck, but blows a tire. And the Jets take over. Schmidling. Shot blocked. And behind McGinnis. They leave it in behind the net, do the Jets as they work a cycle in the corner. Now thrown up top. Shot coming from the blue line. Save made. And the puck goes up and out of play into the mesh. A minute 16 left to go in period number 1. Toros and Jets are scoreless. Got the Koopman crew checking in as well. A lot of people listening along in the Magic City. This is McGinnis ahead for Adams. Adams eludes a big hit but lost possession of the puck. They'll dig on that near side wall. Adams gets it back and spins it across for Reisanen. Touches for Enns. Colby Enns, who's been the hero of the showcase for the Toros, puts it into the middle, and tied up and held up and hooked down is Lovin. And apparently that was all legal as Novak gains the line. Oh. Stood up nicely by Lincoln Earn.
Huge cross check.
Now a knee-on-knee collision. I'm not sure who's more at fault, McLaren or Adams, but
those are always scary.
They are letting him play today. Turned over right in front. McLaren shot glove. Save.
Reisinen turned it over right in the slot to McLaren, and Lonkala was equal to the task.
Samu Lonkala absolutely bailing out.
Reisinen.
As
soon as that puck came off Reisenen's stick, you could just see his head tip back like, oh boy, what did I just do?
Hoffman wins it back. It's a cross. Shot gloved and held by Lonkala. Lonkala has looked good here so far.
He has. He's been very, very strong. Squares up to the puck really well.
27.9 left here in period number 1. We're still scoreless. Lance on the draw, wins it back. Earn will retreat behind. Lincoln Earn ahead for Grounds. Grounds is in, tries to cut to the middle and lost the handle. Dumped down into the Toro zone. Earn did well to keep that puck into the corner. 3 Toros back, but the Jets managed to dig it out. Battle along the near side wall. Schmendel with a shot. That's blocked in front by Earn. He hacks it ahead. Good keep at the line. Bouncing puck. That's got to be interference. The horn sounds to end it. I don't think it will be.
Muha got dumped twice in the defensive zone in the slot.
Miro was about to play that puck and got laid out just before he touched it. But either way, we are through 20 minutes. Still no score. We'll take a short commercial break. Then we'll be back with Toros regional scout Reed Larson after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
Hi, Toro fans. I'm Eric Dahl. When the Toros are on the road, we always stop at Applebee's. They always take care of the Toros, giving us the fuel we need to win away from the Mesa. The boys love to eat there after home games, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
The sinister cries haunted Mary through the night. Dawn neared, and still the voice tormented her. She ran towards the safety of her car, flung open the door, and a coyote had somehow gotten locked inside. But the damaged interior was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Coyote Carpool, August 1st, 2015. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Call me, Miranda Schuler, your local farmer's agent at 701-838-8144.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestead from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
Your hands are a vital part of who you are, how you work, play, even how you communicate. When injury or illness strikes, the hand team at Trinity Health will be there to help restore full functionality. We specialize in surgical repairs, hand reconstruction, non-surgical interventions, and occupational therapies. Don't let damage or disorder take away your hands. See the hand team at Trinity Health. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
All in one place, you can get a fabulous coffee, the best burger in town. Arrange a meeting for up to 30 people and begin your next trip, whether business or vacation. It's Minot's newest, most architecturally beautiful, versatile structure, the Minot International Airport. The Trestle Tap House and Cafe with Caribou Coffee and customizable meeting spaces are just a couple of the amenities offered. The Minot International Airport. See the world from home.
Welcome back inside the Swan Super Rink here in Blaine, Minnesota. You've got the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report, Brad Burrud, Ken Oda, and now Reed Larson joining us. Reed, welcome in.
Can't hear you here.
Can't hear me. Let's see.
There we go.
There we go. All right, so Reed, Toros and Jets scoreless so far. What are your impressions overall of that first period?
I was a little bit slow here. They've been struggling a little bit in these rinks here with a little bit of extra heat in here. So I know just as the Toros were getting off from the warm-ups, Coach Murray was in the locker room talking about the conditions of the ice and how slow they were and how hot it was out there. And, I think just a matter of keeping the game simple, and I think they're doing that. But we got a couple problems there with penalty kills. So it's a little bit flat at the moment.
Certainly, you mentioned the ice conditions, and you can see as the ZAM goes by, after 4 days of Tier 2 junior hockey, these rinks are pretty beat up. I mean, they're playing from 10 a.m. till 10 at night, and you can see some pretty deep grooves cutting this ice.
Well, no, 100%. I mean, this is a great facility, but I don't care what anybody tells you. When it's 90 degrees outside, it doesn't matter how great of a facility you build, and it's this just doesn't seem like the ideal weather for hockey right now, but you can see it. It's taking its wear and tear on the rink.
Brad and I were talking during the Farmers Union pregame show about how much turnover there was on the roster this year, and you're a guy who has a big hand in that. Not in that you made the other players leave. Those guys aged out. It was time for them to go. But you're the guy who helps find new players to come in and take the places. Lucas Murray, Alex Adams, and now Taylor Lance. These are guys that you've brought in. Help the fans understand the scouting process for the junior hockey level.
Well, really, the scouting process for us is year-long process. I work pretty close hand-in-hand with Chris Lonke. He's our scouting director, obviously, and he and I do a lot of things together. It's tough for me to take ownership in just one or two guys that I take. It's almost like Lonke and I do a lot of them together where I make a phone call, he makes a phone call to the same guy. But the process really starts now, and this is kind of that this first weekend where we're now starting to look for next season squad. So we really are kind of just setting the base. All teams around the country are starting now, but it takes from September all the way until pre-draft camp starts before we've got a list of a couple of thousand kids on there. So we start to wean things down, but really what we're starting now is building relationships with coaches and families and touching base with kids. You get more into the player evaluation as you get into December, January.
We talked earlier in the week to coaches from St. Cloud State, and they were talking about how, if Marty Murray tells them that a kid can play, they know a kid can play thanks to John Lizotte, Blake Lizotte, Jacob Benson, Toros who have gone there. Do you have those kind of relationships with high school coaches here in Minnesota?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. It's kind of, hockey world is a small world. You say that in any sport. Basketball world's a small world. Hockey really is a small world. It's even smaller than some of these other sports. And the relationships that we build with high school coaches around the state, especially in northern Minnesota, if we've got some conversations back and forth and a coach says, you need to take a serious look at this, now I'm really giving that a lot of respect, especially in that small town area where I'm from, like northern Minnesota. And you mentioned a couple of the guys, that Alex Adams from small town Grand Rapids and Taylor Lance from an even smaller town 6 miles east of there, Greenway. We take those relationships very seriously.
Now, aside from the NAHL showcase here this weekend, the HPHL, the NAPHL, and I believe the Elite League will be here tomorrow. So a lot of hockey going on. How much are you watching the NA at this event, and how much are you getting over to those back rinks and checking out some of the PHL?
Well, a little bit half and half, because this is kind of that turning point in the season where every North American League team is got to start thinking in the next 2 weeks of how are they going to get their rosters down. So there's players here that you're not going to see on rosters. We do scout the other teams right now and the players from the other rosters in the North American League. So I spend half my time watching players from this league, and then I'll beetle back to the back 6, 7, 8 rinks back there and start watching some of the U16s so that I can get, my list going for a couple of years from now. And then obviously I'm taking a peek at the U18s that are back there too.
Now that's interesting. So you start building the relationship with the kid, and they might still be 2 or 3 years from playing with the Toros.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do that with high school kids too. There's a couple of different leagues that we have out there, like you mentioned, the Elite League. There's sophomores and juniors that are in the Elite League right now. I'm keeping tabs on these kids. I hand out my business cards and get to know the parents right away. And sometimes people think it's, you're going after the younger kids. Isn't that kind of tough to predict? Well, yeah, it is. It's tough to predict, but it's never too early to start relationships. And that's kind of what you do with those families that are U16s, U17s.
I talked to Marty a bit over the summer, and he mentioned some of the guys who were in training camp with us are guys who came to camp and were cut last year. So do you guys invite players back to tryout camps, or do you invite them to camp knowing that, he's probably not going to be ready this year, but let's get a look at him in a junior camp and then send him back to his high school team?
100%. You just never know what's going to happen in a year. And a perfect example of somebody that got cut, not this last pre-draft camp, but last year's pre-draft camp, we've had Keenan Lund at camp twice before he actually made our team. So last year he got cut. He didn't even make the All-Star game. Had a great year, went back to Granite City, won a national championship in the NA3HL. And, as any coach would tell you, you want to surround your team with as many players that have won championships, that come from winning programs, as you can. So we brought him in. We gave him a try. And Coach Murray's pretty excited about, a player like Keenan Lund who's, like you said, has gotten cut and re-invited back the next year.
Sure. Well, thanks for coming up and explaining the scouting process to us. We're going to take a commercial break here. Be back with I'd call it the out-of-town board, but we're all under one roof. So we'll come back with Day 4 scoreboard here on the Minotauros Network after these messages.
We've been thinking. A championship team is not born, it's developed through precision and execution. There are a lot of teams, but only one champion. At Ryan GMC Buick Cadillac, we get that. Precision matters every time. A lot of places sell cars, but only one is professional grade. Performing to the highest standard to be your dealership of choice. Ryan GMC Buick Cadillac.
We live in such a fast-paced world. It's always go, go, go. When I'm out for a run, it's my time. It's the best way to start your day. Crossing the line of that marathon, it's the biggest reward you can get. I want my customers to achieve their goals and go above and beyond. I'm Nikki Ladegi, and I'm one of the running experts at Shields.
Shields, when it comes to gear and expert advice, we're right there with you in Bismarck, Minot, Grand Forks, Fargo, and Moorhead.
Hi, Taro fans. I'm Lana Cochran. When the Taros are on the road, we always stop at Applebee's. They always take care of the Taros, giving us the fuel we need to win away from the Mesa. The boys love to eat there after home games, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Hey, look, it's a bird.
No, is that a plane?
Wait, no,
It's Super Guy.
Can I help you?
I'm here for the IRET Properties Heroes Program, citizen. I'd like to apply to rent one of your properties and receive 10% off my monthly rent.
And I as well, ma'am.
Captain Stars and Stripes? No offense, guys, but the IRET Properties Heroes Program isn't exactly for you. Our Heroes Program honors teachers, nurses, active and retired military personnel, police officers, firefighters, EMTs, and members of the National Guard by offering 10% off their monthly rent.
Not even Bat Dude?
Not even Bat Dude. But IRET has many properties with competitive rent, plus pet-friendly and outdoor pool options. I'd be happy to help you find a property to suit your needs.
That would be super!
Go to iretapartments.com or call 837-RENT to learn more about the IRET Properties Heroes Program. IRET Properties. This is home.
Welcome back inside the Schwann Super Rink here in Blaine, Minnesota for Day 4 of the NAHL Showcase. Once again, I'm Ken Oda. Brad Burwood is alongside. You've got the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report. And Brad, shot total supposedly 7-6 in favor of Janesville. I don't think that's the case. The Toros had to kill a couple of penalties in there, and I don't think it was that close shot-wise, to be honest.
I think Janesville probably up on the Toros by about 4 or 5, probably, but that's just a guess.
There's no scoring to speak of, so not a lot to recap for you. There have been 2 penalties. Grant Loven for tripping at 5:40, and at 11:39 it was Brendan Sheehan for boarding. That'll allow us to go through the scores around the rest of the showcase here on Day 4. Wilkes-Barre topped Corpus Christi 3-2. That one took a shootout. Philadelphia over Lone Star 4-3. Odessa 5. Johnstown 1. Aberdeen topped New Jersey 1-0. So the Titans unable to help the Toros from outside of the division. Northeast goes 4-0 with an overtime win over the Amarillo Bulls. That one with 3-2 was the final. Topeka 4-0 over the Fairbanks Ice Dogs. And we talked about it before. That one shocked us because Topeka did not look that great yesterday against the Toros. They looked okay, but not.
Yeah, they were a decent hockey club, but
Fairbanks looked untouchable for the last 3 days.
I mean, they controlled Brookings last night to the point where it was amazing to see. It was the most lopsided game I have seen thus far at the showcase.
And the day before against Corpus wasn't much closer.
No.
The Springfield Junior Blues lead the Austin Bruins 3-1 about halfway through the second. Early in the second, Brookings and Shreveport, they're even at aces. And later today, it'll be Bismarck at Cooley, the Magicians against TDP in an exhibition game. And Kenai River Brown Bears, who will be the opponent for the Toros home opener in 2 weeks, will play the Minnesota Wilderness. We'll take our last commercial break here on the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report. Be back with the start of period number 2 after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Austin Koss. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always at Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much we eat it at the Minot location too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
I'm here at the year's hottest stag pool party.
Put your antlers up.
Where? Some poor guy's backyard. These stags are bringing down the house. Seriously, deer are ripping holes in the pool cover. They're trampling patio furniture. And all the damage was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Stag Pool Party, October 27th, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Call me, Miranda Schuler, your local farmer's agent at 701-838-8144.
Welcome back inside the Schwann Super Rink. You've got 1390 KRZ, the Minotauros Network Hockey TV. Toros control off the draw as we start period number 2. Long shot that's soaked up and held for a whistle.
Well, they don't waste any time after the periods, do they, Ken? They get right out here and drop the puck and get going.
They certainly do. It's Garrett Nieto with the save. Jets control off the draw. They'll use the near side to escape the zone and roll it ahead. In behind, tip play doesn't go. Loose puck kept at the slot. That shot wide. Toros try to counterattack. It's chopped into the zone by Green. Into the zone, Schmidling. Long shot blocked off. Far side, Adams. Ahead for Rysanen for Loven. Delayed offside, so he couldn't touch. McGinnis will have to retreat and retrieve. Him being so close to the puck negated the icing. He played 55 seconds, and that's ahead for Loven. Again, we talked about the ice conditions, and that's one where you saw the pass was just kind of stopped short. Adams.
Definitely warmer in the building today.
They dig along the near wall. It's been about 90 out the last couple of days here. That one hacked free. Loven can't get it towards the net. Puts it in front. One-timer doesn't go for Adams, and now he has his stick lifted. This one rolls back to the point in Sawchuk. Sawchuk down the wall. Loven in the corner. He's spun off the puck. Adams steps in and takes this away. Alex Adams for Loven. Loven guides it along the wall. Chopped out to neutral ice. Nolan Sawchuk battling there. And Nolan wins the battle as he often does. Ahead, Grounds in behind the defense. Grounds walks in, center shot. Save made on Rysanen.
Oh, Rysanen right in the slot and just missed.
That was a nice, smart setup from Aaron Grounds. As Rysanen was all alone in front. Just couldn't quite beat the goaltender. Lance scurries to this. He's got Muha going back door. Didn't see it as he turned back the other way. Now we'll come across to the near point. Long shot blocked off into the corner. It goes. Lance finds it there. Lance sweeps it back to Gansky at the point again. Gansky with a nice move. He'll walk in. Gansky, high slot. Shot save made. Rebound given. Muha couldn't get a stick on it. Neither could Dahl.
Boy, Dahl even jumped in on the play there.
Again, we talk about that a little bit as well yesterday. Defenseman jumping into the play. Seems to happen in the second period, especially for the Toros. Gansky, long shot. That hits a leg. Caroms to the far side, and Dahl. Gansky back at the red line. Gathers this in and looks up ice for Lance. Lance couldn't catch it cleanly. And now it's back out to neutral ice. Oman missed the mark. Dahl reaching for it. Lost the couldn't control it, I should say. And now they dig in the corner for it. Squeezing through a check is Sagasor. Put it in front. Save made. Rebound given. Sagasor on the far wall. Walks in. Leaves it to the far side. Does Doyle. Swept back to the point. Holmquist. Rings it around behind. Doyle. Down the wall. And that's flipped out to neutral ice. Retreating on it is Bjorkman. Toros able to change several, but not all of their players. Quist puts it to the front and a cover by Lonkala. 16-13 left to go here in period number 2. Still no score.
Both teams with some chances there. Racing and boy at point blank range there, and
that's one the young man I'm sure would want back.
Nieto was able to get a pad on it.
Ends, rings it around to the far side. Sheehan tried to hack it out of the zone, but it caromed back. And now it's thrown up and out of play. They'll say it was tipped, so the Toros will be allowed to change, and the draw will come out to neutral ice. That may be a gift. I thought that went straight off the backhand from Kimball and out of play. But Toros will take the break. Pavel to take the draw. Controlled by the Jets. Ekberg. Hard around to the far side. Ends will be the first to this. He hacks at it. Keeps it moving along the wall. Sheehan kicks for Pavel. But he can squeeze through a check, and the Jets take back over. Touched up the middle. Dumped in. Lonkala gloves and plays for Ends. Ends. Ahead. Bouncing puck. Pavel finds it and rings it deep. Sheehan will pursue. Keenan Lund, who we spoke about with Reed Larson before, in there as well for the Toros. Lund has it now. Lund along the wall. Left it deep for Green. Green plays the body. Frees it up. Gets help from Pavel. Andre Pavel in for Lund. He couldn't settle it down. Back to the point. McGinnis throws it deep. Touched back in front. Pavel couldn't get it on net. Pavel chases it down. Tries to shovel it back to the point. But it's picked off and the Jets go the other way. Chipped into the Toro zone. McGinnis is back on it. Leaves for Pavel. Pavel looking for Belial. The pass is offside. 14:51 left to go. Here in period number 2. We're still scoreless. Talbot and Hoffman. And because this offside pass originated in the Toro zone, they bring the draw all the way back. Long shot, that goes wide. Belial is to it first. Ahead for Talbot. Talbot gains the line on the near side, hits the brakes, tries a shot. That one skipped wide of the cage. Down low in the near side corner, they dig. Talbot and Belial there for the Toros. Make that Talbot in green. Talbot takes it away, walks in, shot save made, rebound loose. And the referee lost sight and blew the whistle. That puck was loose.
Well, Green had a chance out front there, and the puck was bobbled by the Janesville goaltender Nieto, and it dropped down, and the whistle blew right away. So real quick on the whistle because the puck was free.
Draw will be to the right of Nieto. Loven line out. He'll take this draw against his counterpart in the 9 sweater, Polglaze. Lovin wins it back to Adams. Adams touches to Sawchuk. Sawchuk walks to the middle. Leaves off for Adams. Adams in front. Ricinen. Gansky was in deep. Didn't see where the puck was. Otherwise, he may have had an offensive opportunity.
Yeah, Gansky was very aggressive there and dropped down low.
Lovin gets help from Sawchuk. Sawchuk leaves it in behind for Gansky. Gansky finds Lovin. He couldn't catch it cleanly. Otherwise, it was Lovin and Adams free on a 2-on-1. Awkward-looking collision. Adams takes the puck back on the near side, tries to walk off the wall, hacks it into the middle. It never got through to Ricinen. Step up by Gansky. Leads to a 3-on-2 the wrong way. Novak delays, shot, kicked away. That was a very slow developing rush, Brad.
Absolutely it was.
Gansky will just roll that deep.
Seems like both clubs, everything's kind of happened in slow motion today.
This one tipped into the zone. That's what 4 games in 4 days will do to you. Swept around to the far side, Kimball. Kimball lost the handle. Able to pull his way out to neutral ice at least. Swept back into the zone, in behind the Toro net, Dahl. Grounds, touches for Dahl. Ahead, not out. Schmidling to David Schmidling. Looks back across, tuck play, doesn't go. Lonkala shut it down, and now the whistle goes as it's underneath.
And that actually might have been a quick whistle, too, in the fact that the puck was laying loose on Lonkala's left leg when the whistle went. But we'll take it, make up for the last one.
I think part of the reason the whistle went, though, is Ben Schmidling had fallen on top of Lonkala, so at that point, he doesn't have an opportunity to make a save anyways.
Yeah, that's a very good point, Ken.
I mean, once a Jets player is laying on top of the goalie, if another Jet fires it into the net, it's not going to count. Or at least it shouldn't count. Wouldn't say it won't. Not in this league. 12:50 left to play in period number 2. Still no score. Puck free to the far side, swept into the zone. And Brad, I almost called him Pionk. That's Connor McGinnis wearing 16. In front for Pavel after a big hit, and that goes up and over.
So old habits die hard, huh?
Some of those guys who were here for 3 years, you just got so familiar with them. This one carried ahead by Hoffman. Broken up in front. Dangerous opportunity there for the Jets. Enns moves it along the wall. Out. Toros gain the line with 3. Pavel waiting, looking for a trailer. The D went to change instead, so none came.
Good job controlling the puck there.
Jets will go the other way. Lund breaks that up and then plays it back to the D. Earn across for Sawchuk. Touches ahead for Green. Green throws it down low. Lyle pressures, but the puck's moved along the far wall. Good step up by Lincoln Earn on Palmquist. It's thrown out to neutral ice. Sawchuk is back on it. He finds Belisle. Belisle sweeps it into the zone. Talbot gives chase. 3 Jets are back. Talbot ties up, waits for help. Talbot just taken down. Now Talbot tied up with a player. They continue to fight in the corner. Meanwhile, shot blocked out front by traffic. Jets defenseman lost his stick from all of that.
That's because he was holding Talbot's leg.
And then that's whistled to be a hand pass.
It's like WWF wrestling in the corner.
It was 77, Alex Smendel, who just bear hugged Talbot and fell backwards.
And then when Talbot got up, Smendel dropped his stick and grabbed onto Talbot's leg.
Draw controlled by the Jets. Chipped ahead to the near side. Oglaze. Bouncing puck. Lovin. Some nifty hands to keep that away from the attack. Earn ahead, not out though. Long shot coming from the point. Easily gloved and held by Lonkala, who then takes a swat at the back of the legs of Novak as he came across the top of the crease. I understand goalies protecting their area, but Novak was nowhere near him when he took the swing at him.
It's all right, Ken. We need a little excitement this afternoon.
I like the goaltenders with a little attitude. Toros control the draw, but then turn it over. Schmidling's shot ends up in behind off bodies. Ben Schmidling gets it back. He's looking for his brother David in the slot. Instead, he plays back to the point. Long shot save and cover by Lonkala.
Loven drags down. Can't see who that is.
It was David Schmidling, I believe. 10:30. Still 0-0. They dig in the far corner. Still in front. Hollowell couldn't pull the trigger, and the Toros take over. Gansky comes back to the near corner. Sends it up into the zone. Muha fights through. Miroslav in front. One-timer doesn't go for Aaron Grounds.
Muha did a wonderful job of holding that puck around the sliding defenseman and got it out front to Grounds. And Grounds fired a very good shot, what I thought, wrist shot right away, right when it got on his stick, and Nieto gloved it down.
Garrett Nieto with the save of the game so far.
Definitely so far.
That was the best scoring chance the other side has had. Behind maybe Reisenen's. Near side. Loose puck. They dig along the near side wall. We're more than halfway home. 9:44 left to go here in period number 2. No one scored a goal yet. This one's chipped out to neutral ice. Enns tried to clear, but Novak was there. Novak wants to throw it in front. Enns cleaned that up, but it's around to the near side, and Doyle. Lund chips around Doyle, then spins it out to the neutral zone. The pass split 2 Toros, and the Jets take back over. Banked out to neutral ice, ahead towards the Toro blue line. Good stand up by Spencer Kimball allows Enns to gather this in. Enns got hooked from behind and on the touch. The Toros will go to the power play for the first time. 9:08 left to go in period number 2. And the Toros' dangerous power play will get a chance.
Novak got it, grabbed the back of Enns with his free hand as he went by and gets whistled off for holding. And what do we have? 2 goals or 3 on the power play?
3 on the power play yesterday.
Which I don't know if we've been able to say that in a long time, so that's a great sign. Loven and Adams and Reisenen have been clicking pretty good.
Doyle working down low against a trio of Toros. Loven, Reisenen, and Adams, the front men in front of Earn and Sawchuk to start this power play, and Sawchuk keeps it at the point on a failed clear by the Jets. He drops down to Adams at the far side. Hash back up top to Sawchuk. Gives back to Adams. Adams from the top of the circle drops below the goal line. Reisenen up top. Sawchuk. Sawchuk walks to the middle again. No lane, so he'll leave off near side. Hash marks and Earn. Earn delays. Now looks into the middle. That pass is tipped up high and it'll leave the zone. 1:26 left on the man advantage as the Toros regroup in unclaimed ice. Now Earn turns that over. Hoffman will retreat and wisely kill a few extra seconds before he sends that puck all the way down with 1:15 to play here in period number 2 of a scoreless game. Make that 1:15 on the power play. 8:14 left in the period. In behind, Adams can't stop it. Loven is there. He'll let Adams take it. He gives to Loven. Loven from around behind wants to get it to Reisenen. Tries a tough angle shot instead. It goes up off the glass, but Earn keeps it at the near point. Earn will guide it down low for Reisenen. Reisenen back up top. Earn at the near point. Earn walks to the top of the umbrella. No lane. Now he fans on a shot and turns it over. It's going to be a shorthanded race the other way. Carrying it ahead is Sagasor. Sagasor in behind. Backhander. And underneath him is the puck. There's Lonkala. Hung with him. Lost his stick, but kept the puck. That's the important one. 38 seconds left on the power play. 7:45 left to go in period number 2.
Looks like Aaron owes Lonkala lunch. Bailed him out there.
Draw will be to the left of Lonkala. We've said that twice for Lonkala bailing out teammates.
He has.
Reisanen had that bad turnover where he passed it right to a guy alone in the slot.
Lonkala's looked really good today.
Another turnover leads to a 2-on-1 shorthanded, a man in front, and Lonkala kicks it away with the left leg. He shot that leg out of nowhere. It looked like Hoffman had half the net to tuck that into. And now the player's lost his helmet. He needs to go to the bench. He can't keep playing. That should be a penalty as long as he
played one. He moved his stick to play it.
This is Muha. That should be an additional penalty as long as he stayed in that scrum in the corner without his helmet. Lance plays it back as the Jets come full strength. Dansky spins it along the near side. Muha. Loose puck taken by Grounds. Grounds is going to push the play quickly into the zone on the near side. Aaron Grounds trying to drag it around the front. He's forced behind. Looks to center. Muha was tied up. A good stick by Lance. Keeps that puck in the offensive zone. Lance leaves for Muha. Muha back to Lance or Grounds. It split him. And the Jets will go 3-on-2 the other way. Shot coming. Blocked. Follow-up try. And Lonkala stops it. Jets still threatening. Another stop up off the glass for Lonkala. Loose puck in front. Body's tied up. Shot post. Post for Ben Schmidling.
It's offsides.
And they do whistle that as offside. Two fantastic saves for Samu Lonkala, and then the third one rings the post.
Oh, this has been a goaltending showcase here in the second period. Both teams have opened up and got some really primetime scoring chances, and both goaltenders have looked very, very good.
Both goaltenders' strong play so far is the reason we're scoreless with 6:04 to play here in period number 2. Banked ahead, Belisle. Belisle leaves for Talbot. It's broken up. Palmquist leaves it back. His defense starts the Jets up ice, broken up by Green. Green kicks it into the zone, looks to chase it down along the near side wall, has trouble there. Loose puck doesn't get to Talbot. It's played ahead. Unable to keep it was Kimball. As the puck left the zone, he dumps it in. Toros touch up and now pursue. But puck along the near side. Ahead, that's off the mark. Toros should win the race for icing, and McGinnis does. 5:32 left to go in period number 2. Still scoreless, but not without chances. Candace Picard enjoying your addition to the broadcast.
That's good.
Certainly more fun to work with you than working alone, Brad. This one won back by the Jets. Played to the far side. We'll start up ice. It's Palmquist, and that is whistled offside. 5:24. Draw will be in neutral. Pavel wins it back. Pavel's probably been the Toros' best face-off man here the last 2 days. But the Jets take over after the Toros chip it into their zone. Ahead, Novak gains the line on the near side. Sawchuk deflected that pass. It came up and caught him in the chin. Seems to be okay, and the Toros take over 3-on-2 if they hurry. Sheehan delays in the middle. Earn had his stick checked from behind. Lund speeds in, breaks that play up, but can't control it. Novak is able to clear. A reaching Pavel can't settle that down. Sawchuk speeds into the zone and then lost the handle. Bulglaze, his pass is off the mark. Sheehan. This has not been pretty hockey at times, Brad. They look like teams playing their 4th game in as many days.
It definitely goes in spurts.
This is Lund. Lund gains the line on the far side, looking backdoor for Pavel. Couldn't get a stick on it. Near side, Sheehan takes back over. Gets it ahead along the wall. Lund gains the line, trying to squeeze through. Chases it down into the corner. Taken away by the Jets. Hoffman, toss across, is off the mark. Hacked at by Enns. Jets opted to change instead of playing the puck that was right in front of their bench. That allows the Toros to take over. Given to Hoffman, who lost it in the linesman's skates. This has not been pretty the last couple minutes, Brad. 3:50 left to go in period number 2. This is Lund. Keenan Lund played it ahead, and now that shot deflected off the stick of Adams up and out of play. 3:37 left to go in period number 2.
Loven, Adams, and Ryson back out for the Toros.
Draw will be to the left of goaltender Nieto for the Jets, but the Jets control the draw. It'll be played ahead along the near side. Eckerly walks in, wires. That one hits Lonkala square in the crest. Now a little pushing and shoving ends. And David Schmidling exchange some words.
Look at Gadsky standing next to the official. Look at the size difference.
Toros a much bigger club than we've ever had. Draw controlled by the Jets. Ekberg plays down the wall, and it pops up and out of play. They'll move the draw out. 3:20 left to play here in period number 2. Still scoreless. This is Loven on the draw. Gets help from Rice and into the Toros' control. Loven can't control that, however. They'll have to chase after it. Jets get there first. Played in front of the Toro bench. Alex Adams comes across to Gansky. Gansky gains the line. Rolls it deep and turns back towards his position at the blue line. Big hit in the corner by Loven. Puck along the near side. Omen out. Palmquist can't squeeze through with possession, and now he just pulls down Dahl. Dahl gets some retribution.
Palmquist is a big player. Good skater for his size.
His stick broke after that hit from Dahl. Meanwhile, Adams trying to free that up. It slides on net where it's covered. I don't know that Adams ever actually got a stick on that.
Just momentum carried it into the goaltender.
He and the defender were tied up. Puck was in their skates, and it just ended up on net, and alertly the goaltender able to cover. 2:35 left to go here in period number 2. We are still scoreless. Lance on the draw to the right of Nieto. Lance won it sideways. Grounds pushes it back to Dahl at the point. Dahl chops back down the wall for Grounds. Grounds plays it deeper into the corner. They'll battle 2-by-2. Lance there for the Toros as well. Polglaze. Good hit by Grounds. He just took a man into the corner. Lance pokes at it. Frees it up. Muha has it. Muha. Shot is blocked. Comes back to him. Poked away from him now, and now it's a race the other way. 2-on-1. If the Jets can settle it down, they can't. Defended nicely by the Toros. Now Muha wants to go the other way. He has Lance. Lance back for Muha. He can't drag it. And Dahl fires one towards the slot. Ping-pongs around. Players cancel, and the puck kicks out to neutral ice, where Dahl will rip it back in. 101 seconds left to play here in period number 2. We're still looking for our first goal either way. Into the zone come the Jets. Backdoor play. Novak gloved and held by Lonkala as he went side to side. I think that was ticketed wide, though.
I think it was also. Still a good save.
Still makes for a pretty photo if the league's team of photographers have it. Lonkala went side to side to catch that one. Played to the half wall, taken away by Belisle. He'll go glass and out. This won't have enough on it to go for icing. So the Jets have to retreat and retrieve. They leave it in the nearest corner for Bjorkman. Bjorkman plays ahead. Chopped up the wall. Hannawal walks in. Shot blocked into the corner. Hannawal back on it, however, and he plays it along to the near side. Back up top to the point. Tack to tape for Smendel. Smendel's shot is blocked. Played ahead. Green as we hit the final minute. Green rolls into the zone, gets a shove from behind. That actually helps him get the puck. Now a shot from a tough angle goes wide. Green just two-handed. Schmendel behind the play. Schmendel drove Green into the wall after he took that shot.
That was a big baseball bat swing of the slash.
Green into the middle, tip play. Nice save through a screen.
Good tip by Keenan Lund. Tipped it right between his legs.
They'll say no icing on this. Toros bench not entirely pleased. Quick shot, that goes wide. Far side, 20 seconds. Another shot from a tough angle goes well wide. Toros look to chase into the corner, but the Jets are on it first. Schmedling plays back to Ekberg. That apparently was kept in the zone, so back on it is Colby Enns. Leaves to the near side, Sawchuk. Ahead for Lund. Lund was looking for Enns, but the pass was tipped. And now with 2 seconds, they'll just bank around to the near corner and be content to take a scoreless tie into the locker room for the second time. We're through 40 minutes of play. We'll be back with the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report to tell you how we're still scoreless after these messages on the Minotauros Network.
What's the best birthday party option in town? Toros Hockey. You supply the birthday boy or girl, and the Toros do the rest. Designated party areas and all sorts of perks to make your birthday kid feel special on his or her special day. Kids, it's up to you. Tell your parents or guardian that you want to celebrate your birthday with Tank and the Toros. For more information, call 701-852-0101 or visit MinotaurosHockey.com. Toros Hockey, making your birthday special. Join the charge.
All in one place, you can get a fabulous coffee, the best burger in town, arrange a meeting for up to 30 people, and begin your next trip, whether business or vacation. It's Minot's newest, most architecturally beautiful, versatile structure, the Minot International Airport. The Trestle Tap House and Cafe with Caribou Coffee and customizable meeting spaces are just a couple of the amenities offered. The Minot International Airport. See the world from home.
Take care of your feet, and they'll take care of you. The foot and ankle specialists at Trinity Health can help with both surgical and non-surgical solutions. So, patients who suffer from foot and ankle related issues can say, so long heel pain, catch you later corns, hasta la vista hammer toes. Relieve pain now and help prevent future discomfort. Diagnosis and treatment is available today. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
Hi, Taros fans. I'm Lincoln Earn. When the Taros are on the road, we always stop at Applebee's. They always take care of the Taros, giving us the fuel we need to win away from the Mesa. The boys love to eat there after home games, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork and their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Oh, welcome back inside the Schwann Super Rink. We're here on sheet number 1, the Coon Rapids Arena. On day 4 of the NAHL Showcase, you've got the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report. Ken Oda with Brad Burrud alongside him. Brad, it's been a different kind of game.
Yeah, it's one where both teams have had a little bit of trouble getting a flow going. So it's made for some interesting watching as far as kind of lulls you to sleep, and then all of a sudden, boom, there'll be a turnover and a big scoring chance. And, we've definitely seen a good performance from both goaltenders today. Lonkel has been, really, really, really good for the Toros and has made a couple big saves. And, and Nieto has been very good for Janesville. We had 2 or 3 point blank shots in the slot that he was able to stop, and Keenan Lund had a really good tip late in the second there that was between his legs and down low, and one of those that usually finds its way through into the net.
Certainly, and I think if there's a hero to be found on the Toros roster so far, I would think it's going to be either Colby Enns
if he does it 3 days in a row, that'd be wonderful.
The other guys who have been putting up a ton of points so far are Grant Loven and David Ryson, and I had a chance to speak with Ryson before this one. We will let you give that a listen now.
Forward David Ryson and David, a few goals here already this week on the showcase. For fans who are unfamiliar, just talk a little bit about your journey here the last year or so.
So I finished up my senior year of high school and didn't know for sure if I wanted to play hockey after I go to school, and I decided to go to the University of Minnesota for a year. Played intramurals there, but no other organized hockey, and then this summer kind of got the itch again to play and trained for this upcoming season and went to main camp with the Toros and ended up here. It's been a lot of fun.
How'd you settle on as a free agent picking the Toros?
I've always heard great things of the organization. They're first class. They take real good care of the players, and it's a good chance to develop and also fight for a championship.
Now, a player with that story you wouldn't think would come in and dominate the way you have, but 3 goals here on the showcase. How's it feel to be playing so well, so quick into your junior career?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun here at the showcase. Our team's been playing well around us, and been fortunate to be playing with some good line mates.
Speaking of those line mates, yesterday you were with Loven and Adams. It seemed like you guys had a lot of chemistry. How'd that line come together so quickly?
Yeah, they're both great players. Loven and Adams are both fast, strong on the puck, and they just know where to be, so that makes things a lot easier on the ice.
All right, well, I'll let you go finish getting ready. Thanks for taking a minute to talk to us.
Thank you very much.
Once again, that was Toros forward David Ryson, and Brad. I talked about it with him before the game a little bit there in the interview. Yeah, points aside, his game shift to shift does not look like a kid who spent a year away from high-level hockey.
And right out of camp, it was that way. We were watching some preseason games, and it was kind of like, who is this guy? And he's putting up points in preseason and looking good, and he's carried that into the regular season now. And I think it's a pretty impressive showcase for him, and a great story.
Certainly, and you can't help but root for a kid like that who decided after taking a year off that he wanted to come back, and he's worked hard, and he got himself a spot on a roster, and now he's playing well. This is the type of kid you want to see succeed.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think overall, not to single him out, I think the Toros coaching and scouting staff have done a good job of, and maybe it's, as Reed was talking about, getting to know the players' families. There haven't been a lot of kids through Minot that you just go, oh, what is that kid doing here? You know what I mean? We've been lucky to have, for the most part, really good kids on this team.
I think one of the things you got to look at with that too is you got to give credit to Coach Murray. He looks at character as much as he looks at quality of play, and he wants to try to build a good team on the ice and off the ice. And you're right. I can't remember very many of the instances where we've had problems at all, really, in the 7 years of the team existence, and that's a credit to Coach Murray.
Speaking of Coach Murray, you're going to want to check out Toros All Access when we get that show up and running here in the next week. Brad and I have Coach Murray mic'd up for this game. We're not brave enough to bring that to you live, but we've got a camera on Coach Murray all game long, and he's kind enough to agree to wear a microphone, and I'm looking forward to getting to edit that footage, Brad.
Yeah, it should be interesting, and it's always fun. It'll really take you inside, what happens on the bench and the coaching that actually goes on, and the instruction that he's giving the players, and the reactions, and the just what's happening on the bench, and I'm excited to get that and take a look at that and get that out there to everybody to see.
Well, we'll take a break here. We'll be back with all of the numbers from today. We'll take a look at the rest of the league. We'll also take a look at the stats on this one. Not a lot of scoring to recap. No scoring to recap, actually. But we'll take a break here on the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report and be back with more after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
Captain's Cove Seafood Restaurant invites you in for your favorite seafood as well as steak, chicken, and lots of great burgers and sandwiches. The Cove has fish and chips, crab, shrimp, and all-you-can-eat meals. Captain's Cove, where fishing is made easy. 1735 South Broadway in Minot.
Hi, Scott Cattell here. Fall is just around the corner, which means the winter months aren't far away. Get your vehicle ready for your fall and winter driving with a stop at Jerry's Repair and Alignment. Jerry Fry is an ASC certified master mechanic with 30-plus years of experience. Jerry uses state-of-the-art equipment to ensure your alignment is done the right way to give you the best ride on the highway. And the right alignment also saves you wear and tear on your tires. Jerry goes the extra mile and will balance and rotate your tires to get you down the road worry-free. And if you need tires, Jerry can also take care of that. And that's not all. Jerry's can handle all jobs, big and small, and works on all makes and models. So make that appointment today. Stop in at Jerry's Repair and Alignment, 1306 First Street Southwest, or call him at 852-0332 and tell him Scott sent you.
Daniel the deer danced everywhere. He pranced through fields and jigged through rivers. Then he saw it. What a stage! A place no deer had dared dance before. The hood of a brand new car.
Hey, my car!
And the car was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Deer Dance Floor, December 1st, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Call me, Miranda Schuler, your local farmer's agent at 701-838-8144.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Colby Enns. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always at Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much we eat at the Minot location, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
All in one place, you can get a fabulous coffee, the best burger in town. Arrange a meeting for up to 30 people and begin your next trip, whether business or vacation. It's Minot's newest, most architecturally beautiful, versatile structure, the Minot International Airport. The Trestle Tap House and Cafe with Caribou Coffee and customizable meeting spaces are just a couple of the amenities offered. The Minot International Airport. See the world from home.
Hi, Taro fans. I'm Aaron Grounds, and you're listening to Taros Hockey on Classic Hits 1390 AM KRRZ.
Welcome back inside the Schwann Super Rink. We're on sheet number 1. They call it the Coon Rapids Arena. You're listening to the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report. Toros and Janesville Jets are still scoreless. Not a lot to summarize. Shots credited 18-13 in favor of Janesville. That's probably about accurate. I don't feel like Janesville outshot the Toros 11-7 in the second, but they only had it 7-6 in the first, so we're close. And now we get a chance to chat with Toros assistant general manager, head scout, probably 5 or 6 other titles as well, Chris Lonkey. Chris, good to have you alongside. We've got a few minutes here before the start of the third, and it's kind of been a weird game. I don't know if it's just 4 and 4, the weird start times, 10 a.m. yesterday, 4 o'clock today. Guys not getting in routine, but it's felt like choppy hockey and sometimes almost like it's moving in slow motion.
Well, what's the humidity outside? I mean, the ice is, I don't blame the staff here or anything. I mean, look at how many games. The ice is in bad shape. Got to keep it simple. It's 4 and 4. It's a combination of everything. So it's just got to be simple hockey. I think they won the first in the sense of play and control, and I thought we bounced back in the second. Could be whoever gets the first goal tonight.
I think both teams have had a couple of point-blank chances, and the goaltenders have been phenomenal as well. I think that has as much to do with the score as it does anything else that's going on around the game.
Absolutely, absolutely. They've killed plays when they needed, stick it in the net or glove it, and that takes momentum away. It starts with the face-off, and that's what good goalies do, and each team has one for sure.
Samu Lankila in net for the Toros. He's a guy that we didn't get much of a look at. I know you're a scouting guy. You've seen most of the players we get. Samu came to camp just kind of on a promise of being good, and he's lived up to it.
Yeah, you need to go with some recommendations and some video, and obviously Finland has a very strong reputation to develop goaltenders. So once you saw that on the tape, and once we went through our camps and said, we've got 2 really good young goalies, it's worth bringing in an older goalie with more experience and then let it work its way out.
Earlier in the intermission report, we heard from David Reisenden, a kid who took a year off from hockey, but he's a Minnesota kid. I'm sure he's a kid you watched play high school hockey. How great is it to see a kid take a year off and then step right back in and look like he hasn't missed a day?
I'm pretty much in shock still. I mean, I know he's a good player. My team played against him. That's where we started the relationship. He led a team to the state tournament. He's got a unique background with high-achieving academics. His sister was a Division I volleyball player, I believe. So it's in the bloodlines. And, when Marty told me he got the call in the summer, I said, really? Okay. Well, and obviously we're seeing the results here. You can see it, though, today, and he's still battling through and he will do good things. But I can see him specifically. He's a little tired, but think about it. He hasn't played real competitive hockey in over a year, and he's playing in one of the best junior leagues in the country on the first line. Really?
Yeah.
So that's special.
Well, teams are coming back out to take the ice, so Chris, I'll let you get back to it. Thanks for taking time to come up and talk to us, and I'm sure we'll see you down the road as well, as we usually see you in Cloquet and sometimes in Austin, and it'll be good to catch up with you throughout the year.
Yeah, I'm getting out to that new rink this year, so sooner the better.
Sounds good. That was Toro's assistant general manager, Chris Lonke. Teams are coming back out, so we'll skip the commercial break. We'll keep it right here. Brad, Toros and Jets getting ready to start the third period. What are you looking for here if you're the Toros coaching staff?
Well, I think we need to keep get the intensity level up. I think we've played fine. It's just been both teams have just kind of been a little bit of a lull. I don't know how to describe it any better than that. It just seems like both teams are kind of feeling each other out in a way, but we're 2 periods in.
Yeah. Both teams, and again, you expect some feeling out in these showcases. Teams who don't play each other very often. I think this might be only the second time we've ever played the Janesville Jets, and coaching changes over the summers. You don't know anything about your opponent, but 40 minutes of feeling out's a bit too much.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see if one of the two teams pops one in early, how the complexion of this game changes.
So as we start the third, it's still 0-0. Chris mentioned it while I was talking to him. This has the feeling of next goal wins. Do you agree?
Yeah.
This is Green carrying ahead for the Toros. Over the line for Talbot. Talbot shot gloved and almost dropped back to the ice and then held by Nieto.
Especially the way the goaltenders have played, too. They've both been very strong.
The way they've looked, I can't imagine getting 2 past either of them here this period. But, I would have said the same thing about Cooley's goaltender 2 days ago.
Yeah. And we saw what happened there.
Toros put up 3 in the third. They'd love to do that again as this goes for icing. Colby Enns easily wins the race. Took 5 minutes for us to get our first whistle in the first. We've had 2 whistles here in 21 seconds here to start period number 3. Fatigue, I imagine, has to be becoming an issue, especially for these blue liners. Draw will be in the offensive zone for the Toros. Lovin, shot, save made, rebound given. Adams throws it in front. Reisenden couldn't get there. Enns fires a shot. That's blocked off. And the Jets will come the other way. Ben Schmidling ahead for Eckerly. Eckerly and McGinnis. Puck lays free. Turned over, quick shot. That goes wide and carries around to the near side. Stopped by Doyle. Up the wall. Hannawall can't stop it, but Hoffman does. Hoffman gains the line on the near side. He's forced wide nicely by McGinnis. Put in front. Hackdat still loose. And now a cover with the glove for Lonkala. Draw will be to Lonkala's left. 19:02. I imagine neither side minds all these whistles here in the third, as legs have to be an issue.
It's not normal to play 4 games in 4 days, but definitely good at the beginning of the year. We'll get the guys into shape a little bit better and make sure we're ready to roll when normal routine regular season gets going.
Dumped in. Not to mention for the rookies, this is the highest level of hockey they've ever played. This is Grounds. Lance steps in. Puck freed up, however. Novak can't settle it down. It's poked off his stick by Muha. Near corner. Novak gets it back. Tries to jam it towards the net. It's taken over. Lance. Lance delays. Leaves for Gansky. Gansky spins away. Tries the near corner. Thrown ahead for Grounds. Grounds can't squeeze through a check with possession. Polglaze has it. Polglaze near side. Shot that goes wide. Rides the kick plate to the far side. Pavel out for Grounds. Grounds can't catch it cleanly. Broken up, and Grounds now has it back on the attack. He's got Pavel driving the net. The pass was behind him, and it's thrown out to neutral ice. This won't go far enough for icing, so Dahl has to play. Dahl leaves in the near corner for Gansky. 17:43 left to play here in period number 3. Still no score as it's touched across. That never got through to Sheehan. Bouncing puck, Lund chips it into the zone. Lund chases after. Ties a man up in the corner. Lund, one of the smaller players on the roster, went up against the much larger Schmendel. Tied him up nicely, but Jets back on the attack. Puck free. Sheehan will look to turn and burn the other way. Sheehan breaks wide. Sheehan looking to turn the corner. He's hauled down. Lund can't get it towards the net either. And the Jets are out on the attack. Ullman poked away from him at the top of the near circle, and Pavel looks to turn the other way. Carries over the red and the blue. Pavel sweeps it deep into the near side corner, chases around Doyle and gets it back. Pavel working 1-on-3 and does well to keep the puck until help arrives. Pavel pokes it back to the point. Kimball across for Enns. Enns flips one side of the net. Fanning on it was Green. Green settles it down now and plays in behind. Lyle up top for Enns. Enns across for Kimball. Kimball, long shot, tip in front. Save mid, rebound, hacked at, but gobbled up for the whistle by Garrett Nieto as Fritz Belisle was on the doorstep, as was Talbot.
Good job by Kimball to get a shot on net there that just was low and able to get sticks on it. And the goaltender can't glove it if it's on the ice like that, and it hits off his leg pad, and Belisle gets a good scoring chance.
Talbot on the draw for the Toros, wins it back cleanly for Kimball. Kimball rings it around to the far side. Green and Talbot give chase for the Toros. Talbot plays it, carries around to the half wall, then tries to work it back, gets it back instead, tries a shot. That one's gloved and held for a whistle. Good pressure coming from a Toros veteran line. Talbot, of course, a veteran of the Toros. Kimball, he played last year in the NA3, so he's no stranger to the junior game. And Green, also, well, he played Major Midget. This is dumped into the near corner. They continue to dig. Puck squirts free along the near wall. Green dumps it down. Out of his net to stop is Nieto. He turned it over to Green. Talbot reaching on the near side. They continue to dig. Reisanen up top, Sawchuk. Sawchuk brings it through traffic. Save made. Rebound was loose. The Toros were all in too deep. Now Hoffman in behind. Save made by Lonkala. Defended beautifully by Sawchuk not to take a penalty, but to lean on the shooter the entire time. He couldn't really get much on the shot. Lonkala able to stick with it.
Those are the ones that scare you as a Toros fan, because he did a great job of getting a body position on the forward coming in on his goaltender, but sometimes those get called just because of taking a scoring chance away, even though he handled it legally. But good job by the officiating staff in seeing that he gained body position and not calling a penalty.
And what was really great about that as well is it allowed Lonkala to commit, because he didn't have to worry about the attacker making a move. Jets have it behind the net. It's Sagasor. Shot save made through a screen by Lonkala. No idea how he saw that. Now this one comes on and he covers. If Novak's any closer, Lonkala's going to have to tuck a buck in his breezers. There's no way he saw that puck.
I think he just, knew it was coming based off reactions and threw his leg out and got a piece of it.
Draw to the right of Lonkala. Bouncing puck, Doyle. It goes in behind. Comes to the front of the net and swept away by Earn and just out of the zone. Now poked at Ryson can't get it and go. And now it's sent back to the Toro blue line. Ends. They make that Earn. Holds. Fires up for Ryson, gains the line, then drops for Adams. Adams back to Ryson. Ryson walks in, tries to stuff it. It's loose. And it somehow pops up and out of play.
I didn't even see who shot that out or where it even came from.
The Jets won't be allowed to change.
Because it was shot directly out of play. The defender must have found it in the crease and just fired it out of play.
Grounds. Muha and Lance in front of Earn and Gansky to the right of Nieto. David Schmidling taking the draw for the Jets. 14:44 left to play in regulation. Jets win it back. Hammered around to the near side. Long shot. That skips wide. Banked ahead. Rolled deep. They continue to joust. It'll come all the way around to the near side without either team really gaining control. Puck in front. Grounds. Sweeps ahead. Muha. His pass hits a skate, but it caroms right to Grounds. Grounds will carry it into the zone right up the middle. Now he breaks around, tries a shot from a tough angle. Save made. Rebound into the far corner for Lance. He's pinned up there. Bouncing puck in the far circle. Lance can't settle it down. Muha gives chase. It's thrown around to the far or near side instead. Palmquist. Long shot. That goes wide. Thrown in front. Hacked at. Still loose. Big hit by Aaron Grounds as he just laid out Fillion right in front of the Toro net. Toro's holding for a controlled breakout. 13:25. Long pass ahead. Muha chips it deep. Thrown up the near side. Into the zone. Shot off wide by the Jets. Toro's control. McGinnis throws around to the far side. Lund keeps it moving out to neutral ice. Sheehan, he finds Pavel. Pavel tries to tuck it, and what a save. Going side to side by Nieto. Polglaze gains the line on the near side now. Watched by Enns, who just had his jersey pulled by the linesman. I've never seen that before. Meanwhile, the Jets still control. Tuck play doesn't go. Puck still loose.
Oh, careful. Careful, Lonkla come up with that. Good. Boy, it would look like Pavel had it covered in the crease, and we don't want that. But
no.
Lonkla did have a glove on it, but going back to what we just talked about, the linesman literally grabbed Colby Enns' jersey as he skated by. I don't know if he was falling or losing his balance or what. Boy, Pavel's a fun guy to watch, isn't he?
Certainly is. Almost went 5-hole down at the other end as he tried to cut across the crease. And tuck one past Nieto. Belisle tied up on the far side. Bouncing puck taken right back. Green. No. You can hear everyone in the building. Green's foot was clearly still on the blue line. But that apparently did not matter to the linesman who whistled that offside and denied the Toros a prime scoring chance. 12:20 left to go here in period number 3. One back by Talbot. Poked back to Enns. Enns gains the red line. He rings that one in. Awkward carom off the boards. It goes to Belisle. Plays down the wall for Talbot. Back to Belisle. Belisle hits the brakes. Tries to turn back the way he came. Puck poked back to the point. Kept in the zone. Enns carries down the wall. Now he tries a shot that hits Talbot in the leg. Far side Green. Green in front for Belisle. One-timer. That's blocked in front by traffic. And then thrown up ice. It won't go for icing. McGinnis will have to retreat and retrieve. 11:44 as Talbot can't settle this down in neutral ice. And now David Schmidling dumps it into the near side corner. McGinnis wraps it around to the far side half wall. Reisner doesn't stop. Shot from the point coming. Kick save. Rebound controlled by the Toros. Why do I feel like it's going to be one of those seemingly harmless chances that ends up going in?
Because we've had so many good chances that haven't.
Either way.
It
ends. And David Schmidling come together in the corner. Lovin's there as well. He digs it out, plays ahead for Reisenen. Reisenen back to Lovin. Lovin pushes play into the zone. Adams did well to stay on side. Lovin around. Tough angle shot. That goes up off the goaltender's mask. Sawchuk keeps that at the point for a moment. Gets it down to Adams. Adams gets hit hard. Touched in front. It finds Earn. Earn walks. Wire save made. Rebound hacked at in a cover.
Oh, Earn's shot was on, and Lovin got a backhand rebound, and Nieto was there to make the save. Seems like the chances are picking up as the period goes here, Ken.
And we were remiss yesterday. Toro fans, if you haven't heard, season ticket rewards, you can win free lunch every Friday. With the game at 10 in the morning, we were still playing at 11 when the draw usually happens. We completely forgot to draw yesterday's winner, Angie Nearing. As that gets sent all the way down the ice, Angie Nearing wins $25 to Magic City Hoagies as part of Toro's season ticket holder free lunch Friday. Check out MinotaurosHockey.com for more information on season ticket holder rewards. Meanwhile, Palmquist in, shot blocked, and that'll roll easily on net for a cover by Alankala. 10:22 left to go here in period number 3.
You know, Ken, you mentioned the Toros All Access show that'll be premiering this week. You got some other interesting things coming up with that, with the interview with Blake Lizotte and a visit to St. Cloud State University on the ride down here, and it should be an entertaining show for the fans.
I'm looking forward to getting this episode put together. We've had a lot of fun shooting various bits while we've been on the road all week, and now a delayed call coming.
So Gansky's going to get a cross check.
So the Jets will get their third power play of the game.
And they're 0 for 2 so far.
Draw will be to the right of Lankala. Toros have 5 players on the ice. That's not going to work.
Looks like it's going to be Lund and Pavel up front and Enns and Dahl on the backside.
Novak to take the draw for the Jets. He wins it back. Smendel did not keep that, and on the touch, it's offside.
Pavel made the call for the linesman. Late whistle.
That's almost an offside you don't mind if you're the Jets, because you couldn't touch it, so the Toros would have killed more time by not blowing the whistle. Draw controlled by the Jets. Now they gain the line without having to retreat and retrieve the puck from 200 feet away. Digging on the near side. They continue to dig along the wall. 9:55 left to go here in period number 3. Still no score. In behind, Polglaze puts it in front. Bouncing puck. Poked at, hacked at, but still not settled down. Finally the Jets do. And steps in and takes it away. Rings it around the near side. They'll keep it in the zone, will the Jets, but still not control it. Finally, bouncing puck, Lund. Keenan Lund looking to challenge shorthanded, pokes it ahead. Looking to turn the corner. Lund on his backhand has his shot blocked. Pavel over, uses his body well to protect, has Lund in the middle. Lund delays. Keenan Lund trying to drive the net, works it to Pavel, but it's off the mark. That I almost would have rather seen them throw that back to the D and continue to kill this penalty.
Kill by the 2 youngsters.
And that is whistled offside. So 50 seconds left on the power play. 9:06.
Lund is impressive today.
I loved everything he did until the blind pass into the middle. You don't want to start the rush the other way either.
So far, a good kill. Just 50 seconds left. We can.
Green and Belisle debating which one will take the draw. It ends up being Green. Toros weren't really set when they dropped that puck. Hanawal plays back. 40 seconds on the power play. Quick shot save made by Lonkala. Puck to the near side. Big collision. Sawchuk digging. It ends up in behind. Hoffman and McGinnis digging. Green steps in on the near side. Jets dig it out. McGinnis working hard against a pair of Jets. 10 seconds left on the power play. Puck hits a leg. Green gathers in and he'll spin back. And the Toros send this down as they come full strength. That clear was sent just before the penalty expired, so no icing. And now Belial working against a pair of Jets. Gets help, moves it along the near side. Loven. Kicked along the wall. Bouncing puck. Adams steps in. Adams carries down low. Chips it around to the far side. Swept back to the point. Kimball could not keep it. And the Toros will regroup. Kimball turned it over. Rush into the zone. Good stick from behind by Reisinen. And now he starts Adams the other way. Adams working down the wing. Tough angle shot. Rebound up off the far side wall. Broken up in the middle of the ice. Ben Schmidling dumps it wide to the net. Kimball's on it. Leaves to the far side and Reisinen. Reisinen comes up for Adams at the Toro blue line. Looks across for Lance. Lance speeds into the middle. Delays. Now leaves. There's no one there for the Toros. They were mid-change. Near side. Muha plays the body. The puck's ahead to the Jets blue line. Lance trying to poke it free. Brown steps in. And the puck is just touched into the Toro zone. Plenty of Toros back. They'll take over. Dahl pushed off the puck, but Enns was there. I think Dahl left it there intentionally. Ahead, Lance couldn't hold the pass. And the puck is dumped into the Toro zone. No icing for some reason. Played by Dahl. Rolled around to the near side. Grounds. Long pass up. That's picked off by Fillion. Fillion was offside. 6:33 left to go in period number 3. The Austin Bruins scored with just 9 seconds left to tie it up, and they forced overtime with Springfield. Dumped into the zone. Puck comes back. Toros control near side. Turned over. Palmquist leaves it in. Fillion walking in. Wiring save made by Lonkala. Samu Lonkala. Story of the game if you're a Toro fan. This is Sheehan. Sheehan delays. Leaves back. Gansky back to Sheehan. He couldn't control it. It rolls to the far corner and just gets hoisted out and down. And this will go wide of the cage for an icing. And the Jets just changed everybody.
Yeah, they ran everybody out.
5:56 left to go here in period.
They're not getting the right guys because 19 was out.
Numbers 5:56 left in period number 3 as they try and sort this out. And again, we've talked about it plenty.
They will call timeout.
And that's a smart timeout by the Janesville bench. Gary Suchuk, the new head coach there, taking over for Joe Dibble. With 5:56 left to go, the Toros and Jets are still scoreless. Talbot, Green, and Belial in front of Gansky and McGinnis. Talbot will take the draw against Tanner Polglaze. Nope, Novak will step in and take it instead. Novak gets tossed. That may have been intentional, as Polglaze is actually listed as the center on this line, and he wins it back. Puck thrown around the near side. Novak out to neutral ice. Sagasaur into the middle, bouncing puck. It goes dangerously through the crease, but no one able to tuck it home for the Jets. They dig in the near side corner. Talbot takes it away. Gains the red line. Chips it deep into the near side. 5.5 left to play here in period number 3. Still no score. In front, a nice tip by Green goes just wide. Near side. Jets start out. Polglaze just dumped it in, and they'll peel off to change while the Toros retreat and retrieve. 310 seconds left in regulation as the Toros start up ice. Far side, Lovin has it poked off his stick. Puck rolled out to neutral ice. Sawchuk is there, comes across for Lincoln Earn. Earn puts one into the zone that popped up high in the air and gloved down by Reisanen. Gives to Lovin. Lovin carries down in the corner, leaves for Reisanen. Reisanen hit hard, tried to work it along to Lovin, but it never got through. Earn can't keep it at the point, so now he'll dump it in, delayed offside. Toros can't touch. 4:42 left to play here in period number 3. The puck gets thrown to the far side. Where is it? Hoffman, 2-on-1. Shot gloved and held by Lonkala. Sawchuk just couldn't see where the puck was.
No, boy, Lonkala looks confident, doesn't he?
He certainly does. Any adjustment to North America got out of the way in that preseason game, it looks like.
Yeah, that first one was, it's kind of, you can laugh at it now, but boy, it wasn't funny that night, was it?
Certainly was not. Never like losing to the Bobcats, regardless of whether they count in the standings or not. 4:29 to play here in period number 3. Still no score. Far side, that pops up high in the air. Eckerly, he closed his hand on that, and now they'll take the draw.
Should go all the way down. Oh, I just outside the zone, I'm sorry.
Lance to take the draw, and he wins it back. They'll toss them both. If they both cheated, just play on. You know what I mean?
The face-off so far in the NHL and this have been silly in the preseason.
This one guided back by the Jets. It splits the D. They'll have to retreat and retrieve. Blizzard lost, so that means the win today puts the Toros, I believe, alone in first place in the division. This up top to the point. Long shot. That one skips wide.
Did not miss by much.
Follow-up try. That one goes wide as well. That one a little bit wider, though. Ekberg down the wall. The defenseman in deep. Enns just steps in and takes the puck away from him. Colby Enns looking for grounds. The pass was behind him. Loose puck. Muha frees it off. Toros can't chase it down. And now the Jets look to go the other way. Poked away by Pavel. Pavel falls down, looks to the ref, doesn't get a call, and looks exasperated. Meanwhile, near side, Eckerly squeezes through Enns and then just falls down on his own. That allows Lund to take over. Put back to the near side and Enns. Into the zone. Sheehan shot on, save made, rebound given to the corner. Pavel tipped it, kept it alive. Pavel gets thrown down again. And we're under 3 minutes to play. 2:57 left to go here in period number 3. Still no score. Walking in, Palmquist, shot, save made. No rebound given. Draw will be to the right of Lonkala. 2:49 left to go in period number 3.
Definitely in one-goal territory now, right, Ken?
Yeah, if it wasn't before, next goal.
Yeah. We said
certainly
it
feels like it wins.
We said it at the beginning of the period, and now I really mean it.
This is Grounds on the near side. At this point, I'm feeling shootout. Jets control in front. That's off the mark. Doyle through traffic puts it well wide. Side of the net, Novak. Novak tries to put it in front. The puck lays loose in the slot, and then it's shot in after the whistle.
What was the whistle, though?
That was... I have no idea. But although I don't know, Lonkala didn't really make an attempt to stop that, so I don't know that that goes in if the whistle doesn't go, but no idea why the whistle went. Dahl, far side. The referee must have lost sight of it in that scrum. Around to the near side. Green fires one up ice. He finds Belisle. Belisle looking to turn the corner. Now his turnaround shot is stopped. Near side, Green. Green looks to dangle in. He gets hit hard for the effort. Taken back by the Toros. Belisle kicks to the stick. Can't pull the trigger. Gansky couldn't hold the line as that pass was to his backhand side. Dahl rolls that deep. Toros are mid-change. Jets changing as well. Final 100 seconds of regulation. Jammed at the side of the net. That's a scary one for the Jets. But an alert. Garrett Nieto.
Bjorkman came out from the back of the net and dipped in front of his goalie, and Reisanen was there for the Toros to bang it off his stick and right on net.
1:34 left to go here. Long shot from the point. That's off the mark. Loven. And that pass back to the point is off the mark. Pass ahead. That's off the mark for Loven as well. Touched out to the neutral zone and then thrown wide of the cage. That should be icing. It's not. Hammered around to the far side. Marty Murray not pleased with the lack of an icing call, but now the puck squirts free, and Adams will look to go the other way. Adams serpentines to the neutral zone, leaves for Reisanen. Reisanen back for Adams. He was looking for a tip, didn't get it. Lance tips it down low. 1 minute left to play here in regulation. I'm with head coach Marty Murray. That needed to be an icing. Hens chips that one in. 44 seconds. Taken away by Muha. Muha working on the far wall against a pair of Jets. Chips it down low for Lance. Lance wants to get it to the middle. There's no one there, so he puts it up top. Long shot coming. Blocked off by traffic. Loose puck in the slot. Muha can't get it. Jets will go the other way. It's Sagasor. He looks across to the far side. McGinnis forces him wide. 20 seconds. And a big hit. The Toros are going to start overtime shorthanded if we get that far. 16 seconds. I didn't think that was a particularly bad hit. He just rubbed him out along the wall.
The guy rolled right out. He kind of turned right at the last second, and it wasn't even a hit from behind.
That did not look like a bad hit at all live.
No, it's one of those, I think, where if a guy gets hurt, it's, he draws a penalty.
Marty Murray will be looking for an explanation. And this is one where I'm glad we've got him mic'd up because we'll get to hear this later.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's called if the guy doesn't lay down, it's not called. I don't think.
2 minutes for boarding.
It's not going, right?
Draw will be to the left of Lonkala. Toros will be shorthanded again. Loose puck in front. Nothing doing. Grounds. Poked ahead. Muha won't get to this. And we'll head to overtime. We'll take a short break and be back with overtime after these messages on the Minotauros Network.
Hi, Toro fans. I'm Eric Dahl. When the Toros are on the road, we always stop at Applebee's. They always take care of the Toros, giving us the fuel we need to win away from the Mesa. The boys love to eat there after home games, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
The sinister cries haunted Mary through the night. Dawn neared, and still the voice tormented her. She ran towards the safety of her car, flung open the door, and a coyote had somehow gotten locked inside. But the damaged interior was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Coyote Carpool, August 1st, 2015. Talk to a Farmers agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Call me, Miranda Schuler, your local farmers agent at 701-838-8144.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestad from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
Welcome back inside the Swan Super Rink as we start overtime here on 1390 KRZ, the Minotauros Network. A scoreless game. Next goal wins for the next 5 minutes of, well, normally 3-on-3, but there's still power play time left for the Jets, so they start out 4-on-3. And it'll go 4-on-4 until a whistle if the Toros can kill it off. Ekberg looks across. Smendel back down. Ekberg plays back up top. Smendel touches to the far side. Back up top, Smendel. The Lyle shot. It's in. Toros lose in overtime as the Jets score on the power play on a blast from the point. We'll be back to recap it for you after a commercial break here on the Minotauros Network.
We've been thinking. A championship team is not born, it's developed through precision and execution. There are a lot of teams, but only one champion. At Ryan GMC Buick Cadillac, we get that. Precision matters every time. A lot of places sell cars, but only one is professional grade. Performing to the highest standard to be your dealership of choice. Ryan GMC Buick Cadillac.
We live in such a fast-paced world. It's always go, go, go. When I'm out for a run, it's my time. It's the best way to start your day. Crossing the line to that marathon, it's the biggest reward you can get. I want my customers to achieve their goals and go above and beyond. I'm Nikki Ladegi, and I'm one of the running experts at Shields.
Shields, when it comes to gear and expert advice, we're right there with you in Bismarck, Minot, Grand Forks, Fargo, and Moorhead.
Hi, Taro fans. I'm Lana Cochran. When the Taros are on the road, we always stop at Applebee's. They always take care of the Taros, giving us the fuel we need to win away from the Mesa. The boys love to eat there after home games, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Daniel the deer danced everywhere. He pranced through fields and jigged through rivers. Then he saw it. What a stage! A place no deer had dared dance before. The hood of a brand new car. My car! And the car was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Deer Dance Floor, December 1st, 2014. Talk to a Farmers agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Call me, Miranda Schuler, your local farmers agent at 701-838-8144.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Fritz Belisle, and you're listening to the Farmers Union Insurance postgame show on Classic Hits 1390 AM KRZ.
Welcome back inside the Schwann Super Rink. Toros fall in overtime on a controversial call. The goal itself was not.
No.
But the penalty that put the Toros shorthanded and led to that power play goal, that's a call I wouldn't want to see, especially at that point in the game.
Well, you know, it was a good solid check, but it was one of those where the player turned at the last second and And I still believe that if he wouldn't have laid down hurt, that there would have been no call made. And it's an unfortunate situation. And I guess on the bright side, you sneak out 5 points out of the showcase, and that's pretty good.
Certainly, I mean, if you came here, we would talk about wanting 6 points, but 3-on-3 overtime, regardless of the penalty, it's a toss-up.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think there's any rhyme or reason to why one team is good or bad at overtimes. I think it's 3-on-3 hockey is such a Wild West type atmosphere that even if that penalty isn't called, who knows what happens. And I think you're happy, especially with such a young team, getting 5 out of the possible 8 points.
I thought tonight was a little bit more consistent of an effort from our team. And then that's a good sign because we struggled in the first 3 games with putting together a full 60 minutes. And I think we definitely had a couple down moments during this game. But as a whole, I thought it was a pretty good, consistent effort.
It'll be interesting to see. Now, the Toros have 2 weeks off. Every team in the division gets a bye week. The Toros just so happen to fall on the first weekend after the showcase. So now a lot of lessons learned. 4 games gives you a lot to look at with these guys. And now 2 weeks to fix any of those mistakes. But also, you have to be down to 23 on October 1st, and we don't play again until after that.
Yeah,
so
now it's time for the coaches to make their decisions. Everybody got into the lineup. Everybody got some time. Everybody was put into some situations in junior hockey, and now the coaching staff should be able to make their final determination on who's going to make the final roster.
Yeah, to be honest, most years you kind of have an idea. Looking at this group, I don't.
We can guess and pick who we would pick and things like that, but I think I went back and forth 4 or 5 times just this week on who I would cut loose and who I would have stay, and I think that's a credit to the scouting staff and the coaching staff for putting together a good group that make those decisions hard.
There's not a lot to recap in this one. First, second, and third period passed without any goals scored. Alex Schmendel gets his first of the season from Kip Hoffman and Yakov Novak at 37 seconds of the overtime. And really that goal, it was a huge blast. But other than that, I don't think it's one that Samu would want back. I thought Lonkala played an outstanding game. I thought Garrett Nieto played an outstanding game in net for Janesville. And I think overall, again, you lost, and I felt the same way that I felt on Wednesday when we lost on day 1 of the showcase. I'm not really disappointed. Yeah, we lost. We didn't get the result we wanted, but I'm not walking out of this game going, oh man, we have so many holes to fix.
No, I think we shored up a couple things. I think when you think back to Thursday and Friday, you look at some of the defensive breakdowns and the defensive things that happened that resulted in goals, and I didn't see that today. I felt very comfortable back there. The defensemen made good decisions when to pinch and be offensive and when not to, and that's part of the decision making, learning the different speed of junior hockey and translating that into smart decisions. And I think we did a much better job of that today. Now, we didn't offensively put anything on the board like we'd like to, but I thought we created good situations. We had 3 or 4 point-blank shots in the slot that, without good goaltending or a lucky break here or there, go into the back of the net, and this might be a 3-0 game or a 3-1 game. So I think there's a lot of positives to take out of that, and I feel good about the game.
You mentioned that. I don't think we didn't score today because of a lack of offense. I think we didn't score today because of the Jets having Garrett Nieto.
And he made good saves, and credit to their defensive crew too. They cleared a lot of those rebounds out. They did a good job of protecting the in front of the net and not letting us get a lot of second shots.
So that'll do it for us. We're done here at the showcase. The Bismarck Bobcats play later today. I don't think we're sticking around to watch that, though. I think we're going to hit the road and get back to the Magic City. 2 weeks to get ready for the home opener. The Kenai River Brown Bears, Brad, what should we expect out of them? Kenai, not a team we see a lot of coaching change over the summer. Josh Petrick, the former assistant coach from the Minnesota Wilderness, when they won a Robertson Cup a few years ago, he's taken over, and they've looked pretty decent here at the showcase.
Yeah, I think when a team struggles like Kenai did last year and like we did in our first year, the talk of the next season is, Kenai, they're going to be a walk in the park and stuff, and I think they'll be anything but that. I didn't get a lot of time to watch them this week. I watched them a little bit on day one of the showcase, and they're definitely an improved team, and they worked hard, and I think we're going to have a good challenge that first week.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Still 2 weeks for Toros fans to get their season tickets. Angie Nearing is our season ticket holder reward Free Lunch Friday winner of the week. She gets $25 to Magic City Hoagies as we rotate through the Toros restaurant sponsors on Free Lunch Friday. So congrats to Angie Nearing. We'll be back at the Magic City. Home opener is less than 2 weeks away. It's Friday, October 6th at 7:35. Doors open at 6:35 as the Toros take on the Kenai River Brown Bears. Your Toros return home 2-1-1 from the NAHL Showcase after falling today 1-0. For Brad Burrud, I'm Ken Oda. Thanks to the crew back at the 1390 shop back in Minot for keeping us on the air. We went a little long thanks to overtime. Wish it had gone a little bit longer. That'll do it for us. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Mesa Arena.
This has been a presentation of Minotauros Hockey. Visit MinotaurosHockey.com to stay up to date on all things Toros. This broadcast was brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance, Gooseneck Implement, Mattress Firm, Liberty Tax, and Coulter Energy. Minotauros Hockey, join the charge.